Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the first official broadcast for the University Halo League. My name is Tudors, a face that you may or may not be familiar with, but alongside me, I've got a face that actually never ever shows itself because you're an off-screenie. Ladies and gentlemen, may I proudly present to you the first and what could potentially be the last time ever that Jacob the man himself is on cams with me. It is an absolute pleasure to have you here alongside me, bud. How are you?
That is very true. And I also messed up a bit because I was going to turn on my light, and you caught me off guard when the camera came on because
we still have time to rework it.
I totally prepared myself, so the next time we go into a game and then we come back, that light will magically turn on.
Fair enough.
I've done that before.
Fair enough. Have you at least decided on what color you want that light to be turned on to?
I think blue. I think blue is going to be the color I'm going to go for, to fit with the graphics nicely.
Sure.
But yeah, like you said, it's my first time here. Probably my last, but should be pretty good. And Halo is a sick game, so I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah,
it's gonna be a really great, fun, just overall, just a general good old-fashioned live stream this time around. But obviously, now that with the fact that you're gonna be here, it's gonna just have a little bit more tomfoolery sprinkled in here throughout. It's just what is to be expected at the end of the day. But either way, we do have a little bit of a TLDR to pass on to you, the viewer at home, as to what exactly has been going on. Obviously, the University Halo League, brand new. It is completely independent of other platforms such as MSC and Newell. Everything is being hosted in-house, and we have had games going on sort of in the background off screen for, I can only assume, was the entirety of today. But either way, tonight on the broadcast we will be featuring two different best of fives, one of which is going to be the losers bracket final and then the grand finals immediately afterwards. So all to play for, technically speaking, but obviously that's just the good old stuff like bragging rights, etc, etc.
Yeah, 100%. Now, this is obviously a 2v2 event, so the way the game's going to be played is going to be a lot different to the standard 4v4. I've done a lot of 2v2 before in Halo, and I just really enjoy it. Normally it's all played on Slayer, but this time around we're not going to have just Slayer alone. We're going to have other game modes involved, oddballs, so I'm really looking forward to seeing how those teams are going to adapt to playing on those certain modes. And, rather than just shooting each other all the time, seeing what they can do there.
Yeah, definitely. Like, especially on Oddball, it is going to be like one of those particular modes that has a drastically different flow, especially when you're going to be in a 2v2 competitive environment where you basically got, you're playing Protect the President, but you're just kind of like President and Vice President, right? If they're one of these stinks, the other guy actually has to play the OBJ, and things can probably get very chaotic, but at the exact same time, almost completely lonely, because as you said, it's a 2v2 environment on 4v4 maps. It could potentially even, come out into a scenario in which traversing the map itself to actually get where you need to be right in the middle of the action. It could take a while. We might have a couple of dull moments here and there, but either way, the 2v2 environment is something that I have personally never seen in any competitive shooter setting. So this is a first for me as well. It is for you, and it certainly is one that I truly am excited about to see.
Yeah, and talking about Oddball, one of the players from DoNotDefyTat, they actually said that they do not like Oddball on streets.
Quite
so I'm really hoping
yeah.
we do see that map. So if we do see that, I guess we can find out what they mean by they really don't like it. But talking about the players themselves, everyone here is basically from Onyx. We've got some ex-pros from Overwatch Top 500. Everyone's been playing competitively in the Barracudas, who are coming up next. They've won the previous event of this actual league, or the tournament before it. So everyone's got some competitive experience at a university level, across other various games as well, and a lot of these players have been playing since Halo 3. Some of them
since way back
it's their
in the
first
heyday.
time. Yeah, so there's plethora of experience everywhere from both sides. So it should be a good match.
It should be a really interesting match, and specifically with the BU Barracudas, it's not the first time that the two of us are seeing them either, because we did see them obviously during the NSC Grand Finals. We also saw them play in Halo Chamber, or technically we didn't see them, but we could go through their score lines, and it wasn't necessarily the greatest of performances, but either way, that was technically their first outing against tier 1 teams like the likes of Quadrant, what is now J-Lings, Navi, as well as Ascend as a whole. They are bringing, as you said, a plethora of experience, which is really something that you might technically not want to trifle with, because you are probably going to get butt slammed very quickly. Doesn't matter if it's a 4v4, 3v3, 2v2, or even if we're playing big team battle against the BU Barracudas, they can bring the goods. That is the one thing that I can definitely be sure about.
Yeah, 100%. Now, one really interesting thing as well is obviously people have a choice of playing on controller or keyboard and mouse, and being on PC, you can have a PlayStation controller, Xbox controller, or keyboard and mouse. But obviously, Halo controllers are definitely superior. Aim assist, it's everything. It's the way to go.
Yeah,
I played on keyboard and mouse, and then I switched, and I just got a million times better.
I mean, me personally, while I don't exactly have it handy, I'm the kind of bloke that likes to play on an N64 controller. And, you know, it just kind of works for me. I've obviously got a third arm that just sticks out of my body as well, so I can grip every single part of the N64 controller really, really well. It's how I like to play Halo more often than not. And obviously, you know, like back when MCC actually launched, like in 2019 December, and I had the first option to like finally get that dirty old 360 controller, just lay it neatly on the table and play with something else. Didn't even think about M&K, went straight to N64, never looking back. Not sure exactly what your tool of preference is, and I can assume, you know, you're a big production man, you probably experimented with a couple of things here and there.
So, my preference of controller, see, I prefer keyboard and mouse all the time, unless it's Halo, obviously.
Yeah.
But PS5 controllers, 100% the best. Got the paddles on the back.
Yeah.
These are definitely the best. But this one doesn't work because I played too much Halo rank with it. So this one in the bin.
Oh, that's
now,
unfortunate.
My new prized possession of what I play Halo with is the Xbox Series Elite controller. This one right here.
Hey, yo.
This is the one you want to go for 100%. So if a player has this will totally make them better.
Yes.
No matter what happens, you'll just be better at the game.
Yeah.
And I know that some of the players in this tournament are going to be playing on mouse and keyboard. So over on the Barracudas side, I think it's George. He's going to be playing on keyboard and mouse.
Yeah.
And the other player is going to be on controller. So I really want to see what the score's going to be like, the headshot accuracy, percentage, all of those kind of stats.
You know, there is one thing that interests me so much more about how these players are going to perform. I'm interested in just seeing you play Halo in this setting with that Elite controller. There is nothing more that I would enjoy, except for what we're doing right now. Being on broadcast together, I'm enjoying that very, very thoroughly. But I would love it so much more if you had just decided to take the random evening off, maybe even whilst you're having your weekly bath, you're playing some good old-fashioned Halo Ranky, or in a calm setting like this, straight from the bathtub with your Elite controller. That is on my bucket list of things that I want to experience.
I've actually done that before. So when I was in the hotel, the Wi-Fi was terrible, and I'm like, you know what? If the Wi-Fi is bad, it doesn't matter where I am, because it, you know, just sucks anyway. Yeah. So I put the laptop on, I brought a chair from the hotel room into the bathroom. Laid in the bath, plugged in the controller, and played. So much latency, ping was terrible, but it was fun.
Were you playing on xCloud as well?
No, I was playing on the laptop.
Oh, you were just playing on the laptop. I thought you were streaming it via xCloud onto the laptop. That would have been much worse.
But the latency was terrible because I had the controller be wireless, so I didn't need a wire. So I was just laying in the bath playing Halo, and then I turned all the lights off, and I had one of those speakers, which is like the lava lamp, and everything just went wild inside of the room. It was great.
Goodness.
Honestly, that's the best way to play Halo. And hopefully these players aren't playing from their bathrooms, but, you know, playing from...
I personally wouldn't blame them if they chose to actually play from the bathtubs. If not, I mean, you could definitely rent out a night at a spa or something like that, provided the internet's good enough. Just play like that. That's something that I'm thinking about doing as well after we're done with this particular broadcast. Obviously, it's just 2 best of 5s. It could go by very, very quickly at the end of the day. I might be sat in my bath later playing Halo on my mobile on xCloud or something like that, because I don't have a good enough laptop to run the game either. But still, we don't have to fuss on for too much longer, as we can now jump into game for the first time this evening. It is the BU Barracudas duo stack versus the side of DoNotDefyTat. We are starting off with Oddball on recharge, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, now, you know, they're going up to the standard place over there up above. We've just got a few small issues with the feed right now, but don't worry, that's all going to be resolved.
Yeah, that's completely fine. And there it is. We are back. You know, this is a strategy that practically every single team just loves to employ. It's something that you and I also done at the very, very start of the first season of rank play, and we managed to somehow win a 3v4 at a disadvantage in this particular scenario as well. But yeah, for the time being, we do obviously have DoNotDefyMe himself. Or excuse me, I do believe that the sides may be swapped a little bit, but we can get that sorted out in the meantime. The Dream Maker, excuse me, already putting that energy sword to good use, and I believe he's also fully exhausted its charges, or not. I just saw it flash red for a hot second, but it is the boys on the side of DoNotDefyTat that are technically racking up the points uncontrollably so.
Yeah, now one really interesting thing as well is, you know, in competitive games, you see a lot of the time that people don't really go for the energy sword. They always have like this pact, no energy swords,
Yeah.
no manglers. You know, you kind of just leave it out there. But I see these players just, you know, just going straight for it. So everything is on the table. It's just pure skill. And here we've got the Stalker rifle.
Yeah, this is the shock rifle by the looks of it that is currently on screen. Do not defy that. Or technically, yeah, I'm not exactly sure if the teams are still mixed up here a little bit, but that is a perfect kill already being landed as another nasty engagement is being taken place. By the looks of things, it seems as if the Dreammaker might have risen atop on that one because he's just been fragging out of his marbles, and surely enough, he has. He's taken the oddball all to himself. You got Nicky Boy on the opposite side of the spectrum dishing out a little bit of damage, but, well, the boys in blue, they are very, very close and edging their way ever so closely towards that 100 winning point mark.
Yeah, it seems like they're very dominant on the map right now. They have control of everything. They've had control of the oddball through the start, but once they got wiped, the control went over to the other team, to Barracudas. So let's see if they can make a comeback. Now, one thing as well is we have the camo here. It's going to be spawning. And I haven't really seen anyone utilize that yet. They've utilized the energy sword, but no camo usage yet, so I'm really excited to see how that's going to work out.
Yeah, it is offline for the time being, so it might take just a little bit of time until that active camo eventually does come back into play. But either way, back with the oddball, it is currently actually receiving a lot of pressure from the Dreammaker right over here, who was able to take care of one of the players, that is Vader. Now down for the count as he has to go for a I believe a retreat. It does seem as if he's lost his shields, and unfortunately enough, well, oopsies, that is Nicky Boy also being blown sky high thanks to a grenade. Do not defy that. Technically, well, they're still somewhat in the lead in the BU Barracudas. It does seem as if they are slacking behind, but they are very much catching up.
100%. Now, one thing that we're seeing as well is the control of Attic. The players really want to get up there. It's such a good spawn to defend, but, you know, the other team is going right at it and going to the other side of the map, getting that angle so they can get rid of the players in that building so they can take over oddball.
Yeah, and on top of that, well, it's not as if Recharge technically has places that you can really, like, sort of reset the oddball. You think of resetting the oddball, you immediately think about live fire, for example. You can do that over towards the Sniper's Nest, over towards green. Here on Recharge, you have that possibility over towards the Spiral/Whirlpool side of the map, but, like, literally right where the energy sword spawns. And it is a viable tactic, just not one that we see all too often because there is such a clear absence of, like, tangible cover that you can hide behind.
Yeah, I wonder if they're going to try and play around this side. Oh, and the energy sword is still up. Yeah, he gets to kill the energy sword. So I'm really wondering if they're going to try and get the oddball and play around that side of the map. Because if someone tries to get close, they'll get killed an energy sword. There's not really much room to rotate around.
No.
And if anything does go south, they could just throw the oddball out.
Yeah, that is a possibility. Yeah, exactly. It does seem as if your wish came true, and we did in fact see just a little bit of action with that active camo coupled together with the energy sword itself. But sadly, that play and that particular player on the side of the Barracudas, or excuse me, on the side of Do Not Defy, that was actually shut down much earlier in advance. Either way, though, the Barracudas now still in control of the oddball, and they are just one measly point away from tying up the score line. But at this certain stage, unless if Do Not Defy that aren't able to apply any kind of pressure rapidly enough, then you can definitely bet your bottom dollar that the Barracudas will take this first round. They've already surpassed 75. They're well on their way to getting 100.
100%. Now, the conversation we had about the keyboard and mouse and controller.
Yeah.
Vader, he's the keyboard and mouse player, and he's performing a lot worse than the other person, but he is holding the objective quite a lot, so he's got 70 seconds of time on the ball. He does. It just really goes to show that, you know, it's stick supremacy out here, ladies and gentlemen. Joysticks are the way to go. A grapple coming on in from the Dreammaker, and it does seem as if it will stop dead in its tracks. His shields were completely exacerbated and really couldn't make a play happen at all whatsoever. And at this certain stage, now that it was a clean sweep for the Barracudas, they're able to get 100 points in this first round of oddball without all too much contention. Yeah, Do Not Defy that really gave it their all to try to claw their way back into this, but now, well, their backs are against the wall. Let's see how they can put up a performance in this second round. Now, straight away heading over for the active camo. We're going to see if Do Not Defy are going to be stopping that.
And it does
they tried
seem...
going for the energy sword again.
Yeah, it does seem as if they narrowly managed to get away scot-free with it for the time being, but, well, that is both players on the side of DoNotDefyTat also being shut down almost instantaneously. And that is just the way to go. Ignore the OBJ at the very, very start of the round. Get map control, get weapons, get power-ups, including the grapple hook with the Mangler, but it's a trade, surprise, surprise. I thought that definitely would have gone in the favor of Nicky Boy, but a trade's a trade at the end of the day. Invader, well, he's the last one standing, and guess what? He's got the oddball here. Like
you said, it trade's a trade. After that, now they have the ball control. They're up here in the attic, and they can just chill here. They can chill until DeFi comes in. That was a great shot.
Yeah, that was the noob combo. Not exactly something that you see all too often in Halo Infinite comp because, well, you don't have all too many maps that actually host the plasma pistol, but this is one of them. In Recharge, you can get one over towards that service tunnel, right where the Dreammakers currently stood right here, and then you can use it to basically just strip somebody of their shields, go for an easy headshot, and basically Bob's your uncle. That's about how easy as it gets. Either way, though, DoNotDefyTat looking to narrowly type the score, but they're a little bit hesitant on picking up the oddball, but there goes DoNotDefyMe. He's got it in his possession, and it was all up to Nicky Boy to apply a little bit of extra pressure over towards that service tunnel. It does seem as if that's been a little bit short-lived. The boys in blue, well, still firmly in control, looking to tie up the round count.
Yeah, and as you can see, still, the oddball is still in that exact same spot. The teams are heavily fighting to have control of that area of the map. Yeah, right now, they're chilling in there with the Mangler. If someone comes in, unless they get naded, of course, it's just one shot, one melee, and you're dead. That's pretty much it.
That's easily my favorite thing about just the Mangler in general, and it's something that's it's one of those characteristics that almost every single one of the banished weapons actually does feature in this video game. But you're not really going to be holding onto a Ravager because it's kind of stinky poo poo. Let's be fair. That's just the nature of some of those plasma guns. But either way, the Barracudas looking to try to clap back in a rather ecstatic fashion right over here. They do want to close off this first map in ripe succession, but, well, DoNotDefyTat, they are clearly making it a challenge for BU Barracudas.
Yeah, it's really difficult compared to the last round. The control is a lot different. I see the playstyle of Defy is totally different as well. Rather than approaching it from a long angle, trying to kill someone before coming in and going in for the 2v1. You're just kind of rushing in, trying to kill someone and hoping it works.
And this is also something that I'm really, really loving from the Dreammaker. I know, once again, the noob combo, it does seem like a little wee bit of a scummy playstyle to pick up here and there, but at the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with pulling out literally all of the stops to ensure that you can rise atop and become victorious right over here. DoNotDefyMe and the Dreammaker really doing a good job of mounting their comeback, and I do believe that the Dreammaker may have tripped over his own power cord or something. Who knows? He got out of the bathtub, then he just accidentally unplugged his laptop. It happens to the best of us, but hopefully he should be fine and completely a-okay. For the time being, though, the BU Barracudas have regained control of that oddball, so they can start racking up points themselves without having to worry about a hitch.
Well, the Dreammaker's back in the game, which means their dream might still be alive. They only need 40 more seconds on the oddball, but the other team's in possession right now, and as we can see, the problems are still continuing, so we'll see if the players reconnect at some point soon. Yeah. Hopefully they do. And once again, talking about this angle. Talking about this angle again, they're trying to, take care of Attic and kill someone far away before rushing in 2v1. Obviously, getting yourself just one entry, especially in a 2v2 scenario, it creates so much space. Obviously, in a 3v3 or in a 4v4 scenario, you can obviously just call for a little bit of extra backup or try to, as I said, technically waltz your way over the map, but that is not something that is really that's not something that a map like this can really facilitate for a 2v2 scenario. But either way, we are getting confirmation from League Ops that we will be restarting things that particular round number 2. So obviously, well, the BU Barracudas, they do have that 1 round advantage moving in, but we will be restarting that second round. Nobody broke 50 points either all too much. Just we got to make sure that Dreammaker is completely a-okay and they doesn't have any more issues moving in. We had a little bit of a slip space engine moment. It happens. That's just how the nature of Halo esports has been as of recently, but we move.
Either way, though, it has been a really, really great 2v2 matchup thus far. I'm not necessarily blown away by what I've seen thus far, but I really am enjoying just the overall different mental approach towards how Recharge is played when you compare it to that 4v4 scenario. You have your strict play styles, you have your strict metas that you use in comp, and then here in a 2v2 setting, we're not afraid to get dirty with the energy sword. We're not afraid to get dirty with the plasma pistol. It is really fun to see.
I'm really interested to see the opening for the next round once we restart the game.
Yeah.
Because obviously one of the teams always goes for the energy sword, the other one goes for the grapple, other for the active camo, and obviously they're all located on the other sides of the map. So seeing what they do with that, because I think one of the teams will go for the camo, the other for the energy sword. The camo team will take the oddball, go up to the attic and sit there. And then obviously having an energy sword rush at you in such a small space, it's really hard to defend.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, are they going to go battle for the energy sword, or are they going to go battle for the oddball? What's going to happen in the first 20 seconds of the game?
Personally, I really do think that going for the active camo typically is going to be the play, just because of the fact that, you know, for those of you guys that do not know, or maybe you're watching Halo for the first time, if you basically have an active camo up and you're completely just concealed and you blend through with the map, completely hunky-dory. But if you are holding onto any kind of OBJ sort of object that is the oddball itself, or if it's CTF the flag, then you technically are marked in your enemy's HUD, so they will basically be able to see you whether or not you're a camo. You just have like a massive funny icon above your head and there's nothing you can really do about it. However, if you pick up the active camo and your partner does the oddball, well, you can put up a lot of bait and switch traps in multiple different choke points, specifically over towards that service tunnel / attic that we were constantly alluding to throughout the entirety of that first round of oddball. That is a very viable tactic, and if you don't prepare for it, and obviously you can't really prepare for it or expect it, it could really work miracles.
Yeah, 100%. Now we're talking about the energy sword, moving on to the mangler. We've seen a lot of that. A lot of the players were just sitting in a corner, getting ready to hit that one shot and then melee. It's just a dirty tactic, you know. No one likes it, but you know, we need that, you know, in the competitive game. So get that one step ahead of the opponent. You know, in a competitive environment, there's, you know, you got to do what you can to win.
Exactly.
Manglers in the game, go ahead and use it. I'm all for it. I love it.
Yeah, and that's also just, you know, part of it being a sandbox video game. There's so many tools for you to basically interact with. Why not? Why not just go for it? Might seem scummy, might seem it's just how it is. Just go for it. Have fun with it.
Yeah, I haven't seen much teabagging yet, though. Something that, you know,
and we can let them know. We'll go ahead and we type really in the general chat. Yeah.
You know, I'm going to tell them right now.
Yeah, go ahead, hop into the general chat. Tell the players that they got to teabag a little bit more often, because truthfully, we're missing out on the juice. It's just part of Halo at the end of the day. It's something that, you know, has been there ever since the dawn of the video game.
While we're waiting for the tech issue, I'm going to just entertain the chat a bit. So, here's a gnome. If you know who I am, then you know how I love my gnomes. And
probably a little bit too much.
How I also hate gnomes. So, for every single kill the observer misses, I will burn this gnome after the game.
Uh-oh. You're putting up quite the impossible challenge right there. Are you sure that's a smart idea? If our observer misses a kill, you burn the gnome ever so slightly. Is that how you really want to play it?
Yeah, 100%. We're going to do it that way.
Okay.
There's no other way.
I'm pretty sure that our observer is going to miss every single kill on purpose. They want to see that gnome turn into a crisp, and this is exactly what we were talking about. It seems as if, well, Nicky Boy, he's actually got the active camo, and Vader, well, he's holding on to the oddball. Let's see exactly how this kind of play can work out. Nicky Boy, also with the grapple shot, is looking for his next victim, but no one at the side of Do Not Defy That yet to present themselves.
Yep, we've got a small 1v1 with Defy Me. And he just lost it out. The other players over on the other side of the map, you know, not really there to support him. The other team's got the oddball. They're chilling in the attic right now. Yeah. Now they just have to wait for the respawn. So that's a good 10 seconds that they've lost. And the number's going up and up and up.
Yeah, not only 10 seconds lost for Do Not Defy That, but technically 10 seconds converted into points for the Barracudas as well. And that's the part that's getting really, really scary. Do Not Defy That yet to find themselves a kill, actually. It seems as if we've only had 2 engagements. Now make that 3 as the Dreammaker comes on swinging with the Mangler. He will be traded off in quick succession. Nicky Boy deals with both players all on his lonesome. Oddball captured. Energy sword in his back pocket. And this reign of terror that the Barracudas have set up, well, it is not stopping, at least not yet.
this was not something that Defy could have lost. Honestly, they had the perfect situation. They came in, they've had the Mangler. They instantly shut down the oddball carrier, and afterwards they just lost it to a 2v1.
Yeah, it was so well played on the side of the Barracudas, and as you said, that was a must-win scenario for DoNotDefyTat. But the Barracudas, it seemed as if they were just one, maybe even a few more steps ahead of that. They are looking to secure and speedrun their way through this round of oddball as Nicky Boy comes in for another swing. He is going to be, well, guarding his partner Vader, as well as they just need, well, technically 5 more points until they can conclude this first map, and DoNotDefyTat in no position to respond. Nicky Boy, a true warrior right there with the energy sword, racking up 6 kills in the span of what felt like just about 60 seconds in its entirety, and that is map number 1. Obviously going into the favor of the Barracudas. Well played to them, and unfortunately enough for the boys on the side of, well, DoNotDefyTat, that match restart, that round restart, it really didn't work any favors on their side.
Yeah, that was a clean 100-0.
Yeah.
It looks like Barracudas kind of had the time to chill and kind of reassess what they were doing wrong in the match during that disconnect. Obviously, they thought about what they did wrong that match and what they could improve on, and whatever happened during that time, whatever they talked about, definitely helped, because that was a one clean sweep. 100-0, just literally wiped the floor with them.
It really couldn't have gotten any cleaner for the Barracudas whatsoever. They had a game plan. They obviously stratted a little bit in the interim, and they were able to come back into that particular round with the gloves already completely off, and it really showed. But either way, that does technically mean that, well, oddball on recharge is already in the rearview mirror, and now we shall be looking onwards and upwards to our next map in this best of 5 series, which, if I'm not mistaken, it is going to be Aquarius, and specifically it is going to be Slayer.
Yeah, now with Aquarius, one big thing is having the control of the mid side of the map, but that obviously applies more for Capture the Flag, and since we're not going to see Capture the Flag in this event, then I'm really interested to see how they're going to play. Yeah. So normally having someone up there on the high ground tagging someone, this is not 4v4, it's 2v2, so the locations of the players are going to be very differently. The approach they're going to have is going to be very different. They're going to be sticking together. So I think we're going to see someone trying to take the high ground and the other player trying to engage somewhere, you know, close up and having the other player support. Yeah. But then again, I wouldn't be surprised if they're just going to tightly walk around together, and all the corridors in that map, all the nades, it's just so easy to just catch someone out, and if people are going to bundle up, they're just going to die straight away. Yeah,
I do believe that is also the way to overall play Aquarius, just because of the fact that when you compare it directly to the map that we just saw recharge itself, it does feel a little bit more open, and there's not necessarily as much cover that you have to hide behind before, unless you're actually like moving physically into an entirely different room within the map itself. You don't have any CQB areas like you do on recharge with the service tunnel and that kind of stuff. You really have to bundle up as a group, as you said, move together as a pack, basically like wolves. Also, you know, like lone wolves, not like lone wolves, that is obviously the next season. Can't play by yourself, obviously not a singles tourney, but you gotta bundle up, you gotta pack up, and you have to move along the map together. And especially when it comes to, well, Aquarius as a map as a whole, it doesn't really have any power weapons like recharge with the energy sword. It only has that one power up, and that is the active camo as well, which by the looks of it is already in the possession of Nicky Boy.
Yep, and it's really interesting to see what they're going to do with that camo. Right now he was jumping around, so it's not really concealing him, but he's getting the opening shots on Defy Me. Now they're split up, going in for a 2v1, and they pick up the easy kill, so that's 1-0 up on Defy That.
Indeed it is. Already the first kill in the favor of the Barracudas, and given the fact that this is a 2v2 tournament, I'm not exactly sure what the top kill count is supposed to be. I would assume that it is about 25 kills. If we can get confirmation about that pretty soon, then we will be able to let you know. But yeah, it is indeed 25 kills for the win right here in map number 2 of Slayer, and that is already a second one being picked up. DoNotDefyTat still bundled up, still packed up together, but they are still losing out on their gunfights. The team shots not really coming on in as much as well as we'd hoped.
Yeah, 100%. Now, one thing the Barracudas are doing is taking control of that mid area. As you can see, they're putting themselves in the same situation. You know, someone's up over on the mid area, tagging someone down below, and they're just swiping the floor with them.
Yeah, and this time it actually did pan out to be a little bit differently, because we actually had two separate 1v1 engagements. It seems as if, well, DoNotDefyTat, they kind of broke the rules of engagement for a 2v2 scenario, and they couldn't really refrag off of each other. They were worlds apart. That dynamo grenade really coming in clutch and strips the shields straight off of DoNotDefyMe. The Dreammaker now left to skedaddle with his tail tucked in between his legs, heading for the hills. He narrowly manages to make it back behind cover, but Nicky Boy, well, he still has a fresh scent to work with, so he's not going to let off just yet.
Oh, that was a nice 360 dodging the dynamo, and he takes the kill. He gets the kill.
Oh,
right now,
narrowly.
6-0 up. 6-0.
Yeah, the Barracudas are really putting in quite a little bit of work over here, and DoNotDefyTat, well, it just seems as if they are literally getting slapped across the face by every stroke of bad luck thus far. Maybe it's the M&K, or maybe it's the Elite Controller delivering perfect kills just like that one. Another clean wipe coming on through as Nicky Boy tucked in behind the shadows. Nah, he is the shadows with that active camo and heat wave in his back pocket as well. Already 6 kills racked up as DoNotDefyTat actually being able to put up 1 for the first time right here on Aquarius 2.
They only put up 1, but it was still a trade. Something not really favorable to them. It's not putting them ahead of anything, not really progressing them. It's just a trade. Yeah. Now, right now, we see what's happening all the time. They're not engaging properly. And, oh, they get double kill with the dynamos.
Oh, keep in mind, dynamo grenades, not only do they actually do, dot damage to your shields, but also to your HP pool. And if you are low enough, that thing will straight up kill you. And that was really, really well played on the side of Barracudas as well. Once again, it might seem a little bit scummy, but use every single one of those tools of destruction that you have to your advantage. We mentioned it, Jacob. You gotta play for the win with every little toy that you have available in the sandbox.
You do indeed, and apart from playing with everything you can to win, use your teammates. This is a 2v2 event. If you're 1v2, you will surely lose. No matter how much of a player you are, you simply cannot 1v2 in Halo. It's just how the game is. Unless, you know, you're Vader and you can just 1v1 and just, you know, win every single trade.
Yeah, or maybe you've got yourself a sniper rifle or an energy sword, and then you could potentially do it, but when you're stuck with BRs, that is not exactly something that is on the menu. Active camo is going to be online in about 2 seconds, and guess who's already very close to it? Well, it's the Barracudas. They are really, really solid with their game plan thus far, and that heat wave, well, it strips the shields. It does leave Vader on minimal HP, but he won his ones, and so does his teammate Nicky Boy on the opposite side of the map. They are really coming into form. They've hit 15. They have basically multiplied DoNotDefyTat score by 5. They just need 10 more kills. And at this pace, well, it could happen within the next couple of seconds, maybe a whole minute.
Yeah, it doesn't really look like that DeFi has any sort of plan. Like, we saw one of the players dropping down to the courtyard. Oh, nice kill here from Dreammaker. Can he get the second?
Ooh, it's very, very close. It's gonna get tight.
Second.
Ah! Oh no!
Oh, and the nade kills him.
Oh, that is absolutely gut-wrenching right there, and he narrowly got the last spread of the heat wave as well to hit its mark, but as you said, the frag coming on through, toss and retort is exactly how you want an engagement to go, and this is going to be a little bit of a scrap, but once again, DoNotDefyTat. Oh, that I believe is the first proper engagement that they have won as a duo together in this matchup.
Yes. Just stick together and you'll be able to do it. Now, another favorable engagement. One of the players getting caught out, but his teammate is right there to support him, just overextending a little bit. You gotta wait for your teammate to go help you. Don't go into the 1v1 situations where you don't know where the enemy is. Wait for your teammate.
Yeah.
And the trade comes out, Nicky Boy. Can you get the second?
Ooh, super duper close, and his shields are stripped, but at the end of the day, it is a trade that comes on through, and at this certain stage, the Barracudas, yeah, they're gonna take a trade, because why on earth wouldn't they? They are so far ahead to the point that they only need 5 more kills to confirm this matchup, and on the subject of that last engagement, it was really unfortunate how it worked out for DoNotDefyMe, because, well, the Dreammaker's teammate basically spawned directly behind him, and yet they still lost out on both of them, and they will continue to do so. The Barracudas, and specifically Nicky Boy, already delivering 15 to his name. He is literally putting up a monstrous performance as he once again tucks himself right into the shadows with the active camo.
Yeah, he tucks himself in, his teammate comes to help out, and then an easy kill with a heat wave.
Oh, I thought for a second that his active camo would have reactivated. That would have propped him up for the perfect double kill, but the nades came on through. That play was shut down before it even had a chance to go off.
Yeah, it seems like pretty much everything that the DoNotDefyTat has been doing has been getting shut down pretty quickly. 2v1 coming in here.
That's already one for the Barracudas, and they just need the one more on Dreammaker. He reveals himself, and that is a back smack coupled together with an extra melee kill, and DoNotDefyTat well. It is a little bit unfortunate that they went down so quickly, but they put up a much better performance in that first initial round of Oddball, and it's kind of just been going downhill since then. We literally just need streets left, and this first loser bracket final would technically be done.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really see it going more than the next map. I think this is going to be a quick 3-0.
Yeah.
The dominance from Barracudas has been insane, like really insane. At the beginning, they started a bit rocky, but you know, they were warming up. Maybe Oddball isn't their thing, but no. When talking about actual gun skill,
yeah,
they excel in every single way over DoNotDefyTat.
They really did, and obviously when it came to that second round of Oddball that we saw, particularly just after the rehost and the game restart itself, there wasn't all too much to talk about, and well, the Barracudas, they were quite literally in their element as well. And now when we're going to be moving on to our next matchup, which I do believe is going to be Strongholds on Streets, this is also going to be a little bit of a it's going to be a bit of a peculiar matchup as well. Now, Strongholds, you kind of know how it is. It's basically domination, but while a point is being contested, points don't start to rack up. And given the fact that it is streets and you have a lot of ground to actually cover, in a 2v2 scenario, I could potentially see this as being somewhat more competitive compared to what we just saw in Aquarius.
Yeah, now one thing with Stronghold is obviously there's 3 points on the map. You've got A, B, and C, and they're all on other sides of the map. It's that simple. So teams will have to split up, and since it's a 2v2, you can only control 2 points at a time. So I'm wondering what the way they're going to play is going to be. Now, a lot of teams, they work off of respawns. So if you wipe a team, it takes some time for them to respawn. So obviously you then go rotate and capture another point. Now, whether they're going to leave, for example, Barracuda is going to leave Nicky Boy, who's obviously the stronger gunman, over on one of the sites to hold and defend, while Vader goes around, rotates, and captures the other points while the enemy dies. I'm not sure if they're going to do that, or if they will, or if they're going to go around together, but from the way we saw this game just play out now, DoNotDefyTat, they've been splitting up heavily, so potentially Strongholds could favor them quite well.
It really could if they want to sneakily capture a couple of points, but the way that I personally see this map going is obviously this is streets by itself. You can obviously sort of like divide it down into 3 particular lanes. You've got the one lane where B is currently situated at, you've got mid, which is where the rocket launcher spawns, and then you've got the far right hand side, which is usually going to be where the Bulldog spawn is. Forget that the Bulldog even exists for the second, because you don't even need to pay any sort of attention towards that particular lane whatsoever. Just occasionally towards mid when the Spanker is up, and then we're going to be having, or at least in my mind, I think we're going to be having both squads, both duos kind of clash with each other. They're going to lock horns with each other more often than not on that one last lane. At least I think that's how it's going to work in this one. Keep in mind, no power-ups available. It is going to be just redirecting your attention between that Spanker and those points.
Yeah, I think that initial fight for the Spanker, team's going to spawn on the other opposite ends of each other and just rush through the mid lane to go for that Spanker. Now, spawning on one side of the map outside of, I don't remember the name of that building.
Neither do I, technically.
I don't remember it, but when you spawn in, you can get a really nice shot in at the beginning. But it seems like they haven't gone for it.
No, it does seem as if I think that was actually Vader who wanted to go for the Bulldog. Nicky Boy already taking control of the Spanker, and it does seem as if Dreammaker was caught AFK. Not exactly sure if he had a little bit of a DC, some slight internet issues coming on in, as we did have those pop up a little bit earlier as well, so we might have a restart come on through, but we'll have to see how the situation develops. For the time being though, the Barracudas obviously showing their dominance and showing us why they are the duo that deserves to move on to our grand finals later on.
100%. And now the individual skill, Nicky Boy, you can see flying through the edge is getting the kill, and now that's a double for him, just taking over the site. they're going to go straight into a 3 cap. Now,
Yeah.
by the time the enemy respawns, they're already rotating. They're as a duo. If the enemy takes over C, that's not going to change anything. They're still going to be on the double cap.
Yeah. It does seem as if we are getting confirmation that the Dreammaker is having slight issues, or actually, he is a little bit active right over here, but either way, with him having been AFK for the vast majority of technically like the first minute or so, we are going to have a quick restart come on through just to make sure that Stronghold Streets, which could potentially be our last map in this losers bracket final, does indeed start off very fair and square. But obviously, just like you were alluding to, those respawn timers, they really can come to bite you back in the butt. It just gives you so much time. 10 seconds. That is really, realistically, all you need as a pack, as a duo, to rotate over towards one of the extra points. And as you saw, well, the Barracudas, they were very easily able to just get themselves triple caps. Total, utter domination. It just seemed as if it was like the easiest thing for them to achieve.
Now, one really crucial thing at the start of the game, since this is a 2v2, and the Rockets, if you can get control of Rockets by killing your opponent at the start of the game, without using the Rockets themselves, when they respawn, you have 2 Rockets available.
Yeah.
And you can easily kill 2 players with 1 single Rocket, or you can use it with 2. But capturing the Rockets at the beginning, that essentially secures you a triple cap every single time successfully.
It does.
So we can see Barracudas going over to potentially capture them.
And that is going to be Nicky Boy already starting things off. He was already so, like, pushed up so far over towards mid that, well, unfortunately enough for DoNotDefyTat, they really couldn't get any space to work with, nor to actually get control of that Spanker. So that is already a triple cap in the making for the Barracudas. DoNotDefyTat already over towards the terrace, but as you said, they are bunched up, and the first Spanker comes on through, strips them of their shields, and it is easy pickings for both Nicky Boy and Vader for BU.
That was a great pinch from both sides, and now the respawn times are coming in. It's going to be back to a triple cap.
Yeah, it certainly is right here. That Spanker really, really putting in so much work. DoNotDefyTat once again rotating off towards the B side, trying to put up some kind of contention, but Nicky Boy shuts it down, completely just says no, and will, well, basically stop that dead in its tracks. DoNotDefyTat struggling to get themselves a hold of that B site.
Struggling to get a hold of B site, and then struggling to play together as a team. They've been split up majority of the time, losing 1v1 situations, but now they're together. And now they're running away from each other again. They're split up. Why are they split up?
I really do wish that I could tell you exactly what was up with that one, but it's not all too pretty. And there's Vader putting that Bulldog to work, narrowly gets the double as well. He will be shut down at the end of the day by DoNotDefyMe, and well, that was Vader's mistake. He defied him, and he got a fistful of lead right to the face. Bulldog in his hands, but unfortunately, the last crucial buckshot doesn't connect with Nicky Boy, and he gets away scot-free with that engagement. Spanker also to come online in about 5 seconds, and once again, Nicky, top fragger throughout this series, is ready to respond.
Now, as you talked earlier, luckily all lanes are being utilized right now. I didn't expect them to go over on the Bulldog side, but they have such utter dominance on this entire side of the map that DeFyTat are scared to even touch this side here over on the B side. This is like the first time they captured this point.
Yeah, it very much is. Luckily enough for DoNotDefyTat, they also have control of A for the time being, but B is quickly and very rapidly being converted. So that endeavor is short-lived, but guess what? DoNotDefyTat, they immediately traded off with the C cap, but oh no, this Spanker, this could prove to be very juicy. The last rocket exhausted, and Nicky Boy already caught wind of the Dreammaker as well. He is running loose. The Dreammaker struggling to keep his life in tow as Nicky Boy will finally be traded on off, but the same thing can be said for the Dreammaker. If DoNotDefyTat at least get one set of Spanker rockets on their side in this matchup, very easy 3-0.
Now, we lived long enough over on that B side for his teammate to come support him to get the trade in the end. That was very vital to secure that double cap, but yeah, DeFyTat is slowly coming back into the game. They're slowly coming back, getting control of the caps.
Slowly but surely, they very much are. Nicky Boy off the grid as Vader is looking to, well, hold on to... Oh, no! Oh, he got slapped silly across the face. That bulldog shot, well, unfortunately, it didn't really connect as well as he'd hoped, and that is a very, very costly mistake right over here. Do Not Defy That slowly pulling themselves out of the driveway and really starting to get their engines revving now.
Yeah, the tide's turned really quickly. Triple cap for Defy That, but how long can they hold it?
Ooh, Do Not Defy Me. Shields are stripped. And Nicky Boy, well, he's on his tail, but it's a chase of cat and mouse over here. Eventually, he will finally deal with him, and that got a little bit too messy for Nicky Boy's likings. And, oh, the Sentinel Beam was so close to dismantling Nicky Boy, but he's just a completely different beast. Spanker in his possession as well. And you can already see, he's basically just, well, basically he just told Vader Boy, you go ahead and do the cap, I'll do the killing instead.
Defy That had the two-man advantage. They had the advantage. They didn't do anything with it. They won the 1v1 on the other side of the map, but then they didn't support their other teammate on the other side. They just kind of threw it away. So now Barracudas are back in control, trading it out, respawning slow.
Yeah. And it is, yeah. The BU Barracudas, well, at the very least, they have already long surpassed the halfway mark. Keep in mind, we are still playing up until 250 points in this series of strongholds right over here. And while you did already allude to the fact that Do Not Defy That have had a couple of really, really great and outstanding moments thus far, it's still not enough. Assault rifle in the hands of Do Not Defy Me, and it's a scrappy engagement. He will be the victim of that BR as... well, that is Nicky Boy creating so much space. Stalker rifle also in his hands. And here comes a Sentinel Beam. It is oh so messy, and the Bulldog will easily eat that one up.
Honestly, looking at the scoreboard, it's not really that far away. It's only 100 points difference.
Yeah.
Getting control of the cap and utilizing the respawns, you can really get back there fairly quickly. So not all hope is lost for Defy That. And right now they're getting control. The Bulldog is doing a lot.
Oh, yeah.
And nice clean sweep of Nicky Boy. Now they're in a 2v1 situation against Vader. Are they going to go utilize that? Are they going to 2v1 rush him?
I think they could.
Just gonna...
I really
they're closing in on him.
Yeah, maybe. It's really, really tough to say exactly how Do Not Defy That are technically going to adjust their strategy moving forward, but I don't even think it's really necessary anymore. Like, as you said, the tide has shifted so much into their favor that the Barracudas are really starting to feel the heat. Nicky Boy hasn't exactly picked up a kill in some time, and for the first time in this series, the Spanker, well, it's with Do Not Defy That. Let's see exactly how they're going to use it. I hope a little bit better than the Barracudas, maybe even a cheeky double kill with a single rockets come out.
Now they're playing this really well. They're utilizing the spawns, and there goes the first kill. Can they get a second? No, there's still one bit of ammo in the rockets. Now the question is Nicky Boy going to go and try and contest for that?
I think so. He'd be wrong not to.
Oh, what?
I don't understand how that worked either. I'm just as shook as you are, but I thought that Do Not Defy Me would have won that, truthfully. Nicky Boy shuts down the Spanker, has it technically in his possession as well, but he's going in for seconds. He's going in for a couple more kills, and that I thought should have been the Dreammaker's kill, but Nicky Boy just leagues ahead in the fragging department.
That's a really vital kill right there, getting the advantage on the opponent, rushing him down, and he's dead again. Now they're going to get the cap again. It's just going to be nice and easy for them. They're going to get to the 2 cap advantage. They still have B. If they cancel the B cap, which they do, they're now on a triple cap.
Oh man, the first triple cap to technically come out since the game restart, and it is, couldn't come at a better time for the Barracudas to say the very least. Lovely skill jump right over there from Nicky Boy to really get right to the backside of Do Not Defy That, but it's been shut down. A beautiful, beautiful nade traded on out as well as the BU Barracudas are once again looking to maintain their triple cap. Vader to confirm it altogether. Do Not Defy That really starting to sweat. The Dreammaker goes down. The Barracudas need less than 40 points to lock this one in.
Really loving their playstyle, just 1v1ing, and the other teammate is rushing to help them straight away. They're always there to trade a kill afterwards. They never go out of a fight with something gained. It's always something in their favor. And
yeah,
rockets are up now, wondering if they're going to grab them.
Ooh,
nice
I
grenade.
think so. Let's see. Do Not Defy Me does manage to strip the rockets away, but can't pull the trigger. Oh, that was direct impact.
Honestly, let's not talk about the rocket usage for Defy Me. I think they should probably just leave the Rockets be. They're probably better off with a BR, as it seems the Rockets aren't doing much damage for them.
No.
But that was a crucial kill they could have gotten, and it could have really helped them. Now 10 points away from getting the game victory. It's not over yet. 2 caps. Is it going to be a triple cap?
Oh, B is already being... Yeah, it's being converted very quickly by Vader over here. There is a little bit of contention to be seen, but at this certain stage, you can basically punch in the victory for the BU Barracudas. Nicky Boy dropping a whopping 21 kills over the course of this series of strongholds right here. And that is all 3 maps locked in for the Barracudas, basically propelling them all the way to the grand finals.
Yeah, that was a really, really strong show of force. 3-0 sweep. They did put up a good fight.
Yeah, they did.
The fight that did really, really well. Obviously, in the first round, it looked like they were going to win. It looked like it was going to go more than just a quick 2-0 round sweep on Audible.
Yeah.
But then the restart happened, and something kind of switched on for Barracudas, and afterwards they just sweeped through them, completely destroyed them, heading into game 2. It was a really nice match from Barracudas again. Yeah. Big display of skill on Slayer. They just outgunned them totally, and Nicky Boy has been stepping up the entire time. Kills in the double digits, just did really, really well.
He really, really worked wonders throughout the course of that entire series, and I'd be surprised if they don't carry on that exact same performance throughout the grand finals itself. And I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, that is going to be up against the MemeDreamTeam. And, well, we do have a little bit of info that we can share with you guys, but we won't go ahead and talk about it just yet. We do have to technically cut to a break, but I see you've picked up the gnome, so we're not, what do you want to do with the gnome?
All right, producer, cut to the break, or the gnome's going to get burnt.
Oh, Lord, cut to the break. Do it right now. Right now. Oh, I was muted, but that is completely fine. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the, well, University Halo League 2v2 tourney. And this time, we've got the grand finals. And I know all of you guys in Twitch chat might be wondering, well, who the heck are the Barracudas going to be going up? Well, they're going to be going up against the MemeDreamTeam, but that's the wrong question. The question that you should be asking is what the hell's happened to Jacob's gnome? Because, well, our observer did miss out on a couple of kills, and, well, Jacob did state the rules very clearly just not too long ago.
As you can see, the gnome has been burnt because the observer missed kills.
Yeah.
So we'll carry on burning the gnome throughout the series. So if you see any missed kill, make sure you type 1 in the chat, and we'll carry on burning the gnome.
Exactly.
Observer person,
do
James,
a better job.
This is all on you, okay? It's all on you. We're joking, by the way. He's doing a great job.
He is doing an outstanding job at the end of the day. He is capturing as much of the action as he can, but somehow, yeah, just at times we do have to ruin the gnome's life here and there a little bit, even though you might not get to see it on camera. It's just how it is. I do also really love the fact that he's posing so eloquently on a Master Chief helmet.
Yep.
It is very, very within the thematic for tonight. Absolutely love it.
100%. Now, MemeDreamTeam, I'm really looking forward to seeing them play because they haven't dropped a map yet.
Yeah.
In the playoffs, they've just 3-0'd every single team, including... Have they played Barracudas? No, they haven't.
Not in this tourney.
Okay, not in this tourney. So I'm really looking forward to seeing that because, you know, Barracudas is a really strong team, and they're coming in from the losers bracket. So it's going to be a really interesting match. And the players from Barracudas, obviously, they know each other. They've played each other for a while, multiple tournaments. But the Dream Team, they were looking to, you know, get a team together, but they couldn't find anyone from their own uni. So they just said, you know, let's just make a team together. And both players, without knowing each other before, they just made a team, and now they're in the grand finals. So yeah, I guess they made a really good decision.
It's a happy surprise, and it worked out so beautifully for the MemeDreamTeam thus far. Obviously, these two boys, Patotally and KC, despite not necessarily knowing each other all too well, they can definitely show what they got, their goods in the server and in game in particular right over here. Obviously, we are going to be starting off on live fire with Oddball, and that's already the first S7 sniper missing out on a couple of shots. Nicky boy, you gotta hit those, buddy. Either way, Vader can't really re-engage that S7. It is still on the floor, yet to be picked up. But the MemeDreamTeam, well, they've got the Oddball, and they are heading over towards that ace site just to hold on to it for a little bit longer.
Yeah, taking it over to window so they can easily throw it out. But Barracuda is pinching down the players slowly right now, going past them. Is he going to get a kill with the heat wave? And he does.
Yeah, really good stuff coming out from Vader over there to clean sweep MemeDreamTeam. Now you just got to wait for the respawns to come on through. Not exactly sure where Nicky Boy has landed off. Actually, well, relatively close, and I guess that also works out perfectly fine for the Barracudas. The MemeDreamTeam have to regain a lot of that lost space and start reapplying pressure, and you know it's going to be a little bit tough for them to accomplish that, Jacob, but so far it's been working out. One team fight goes in their favor. Vader to do it all on his lonesome, and he has no choice but to dip from the scenery.
That was a really nice find from Tally, just going in from bottom mid, pinching the player, and then getting the kill, supporting his teammate, but slowly they turn it around, and the trade comes in. It's a 1v1. Catcher versus Nicky Boy.
Ooh. Very close. Repulsor comes on through, nearly a pancake kill as well, if there was just a little bit of, well, extra wall to smack him against too, but either way, yeah, a trade. It does work out in both teams' favor for the time being, but not so much into the favor of the Barracudas. The MemeDreamTeam, they do get a little bit of possession of that Oddball right over here, but it is hot and ripe for contention.
Oh, that was a great nade, throwing it when his teammate is backing off to stop them from pushing, and now it's a 1v2 situation currently. He's got the camo, gets the first hit. Oh, he loses it.
Oh, KC, no, that is gut-wrenching right over there. He had the active camo. It's not as if the Oddball actually does, like, extra melee damage like any one of the banished weapons, but you'd think that he could have won that. KC is going to be kicking himself after that one. Nicky Boy trying to rotate this off-ball off the safety, but it doesn't quite pan out. Vader is here to clean up the scraps, though, but he will finally be, well, obliterated totally with a great, well-placed nade. Is going to be able to reconvene, gather that Oddball once again, and head up towards the sniper's nest.
Yeah, there's 7 seconds left until the sniper is up, and Barracuda's got control of that mid area. But obviously, MemeDreamTeam is over on the sniper tower right now, so if they do get in a pickle, they can throw the oddball off of the map and then wait for the respawn.
Ooh.
Great nade kill from Kasha.
Yeah.
Nicky Boy. And boom, that's a clean sweep, so they're going to get plenty of time on the oddball.
Yeah.
They're already ahead.
Yeah, and I do believe that was also KC actually sort of juggling the sniper over towards the nest itself as well, and that is really, really good stuff coming out from MemeDreamTeam. They basically got all of the places of the, well, all of the pieces of the puzzle, but it's going to be utterly dismantled by Nicky Boy. You know why? Because BU Barracudas, they respawned with nades, and MemeDreamTeam had nothing in their back pockets to combat that, so a clean sweep comes on through. Vader with the oddball in tow can start racking up points and drawing away as they are closing themselves up to 50.
Yeah, it's great usage of nades, as you can see here right now. They're just chucking them down and doing so much damage. Sadly, that one missed, and Nicky Boy coming in with a nade kill again. Just nades, manglers, everything. I'm all for it.
Yeah, you love to see it, but totally putting that mangler to work right over there. One shot plus the melee kill is all that you need. And the active camo, well, it's all in line, and you can already see the Patotally and Nicky Boy might be contesting for it. Yeah, good stuff. Primary deterrent that Patotally is going to have to take into account, but, well, that is Nicky Boy being shut down by Casey. A lot of space being created, so that active camo, it is in the favor of MemeDreamTeam. And Vader being on 1 HP, one shot in its totality, he's going to be shut down as well. MemeDreamTeam, at the very least, trying to reestablish a little bit of control, but it still doesn't work out. BU Barracuda still maintain that oddball.
That was a really beautiful setup from MemeDreamTeam, having a teammate over in camo and sandbags, and then just collapsing down. See here it is happening again. Patotally coming in from the sandbags area.
Yeah.
Actually, Sally got traded out over in camo, so Sally didn't work out this time. Barracuda is back on the oddball, getting the big advantage.
Yeah,
70 seconds on the ball.
It really does seem, Jacob, like almost every single one of the MemeDreamTeam's efforts, excuse me, has almost been all for naught. I'm not exactly sure if it's a misusage of grenades or if they just struggled with a couple of their ones. Either way, this time, no struggles to be seen, not in the kill feed at least. The clean wipe comes on through. The BU Barracudas have to wait for those respawns to come on through. This is the prime opportunity for the Dream Team to start, well, at the very least, trying to equalize things up. Heatwave also active, and I do believe that, well, the power weapon seems to have been rightly picked up. Uh-oh.
Oh, he naded himself. It's going to do a bit of damage. Oh, and that was an insane shot. Double kill coming in for Catcher. Double kill.
Yeah, as crisp and clean as you like to see them right over there. MemeDreamTeam in possession of the oddball right over here, and Patotally ready to get up close and personal right in the face of Nicky Boy with the heat wave, but it doesn't work out at all whatsoever. Patotally will be shut down very easily, and well, that's Casey trying to run away for their lives right over here. Doesn't exactly work out. They will be shut down. Nicky Boy and Vader with an active camo, I do believe, in back pocket will be, well, activated as well by Vader, or excuse me, by Nicky Boy. And now things have just gotten so much harder for the Dream Team. They only need 9 more points to confirm this one, and I think it's all but lost for the Dream Team unless Casey has something to say about it at the 11th hour. A kill comes through.
Honestly, if they added the reaction time of that heat wave hitting from when he was hiding there in the corner, if they added the reaction time to their total, they would have won by now.
Yeah. Oh, the S7 just inches away from finding the, well, the melon of, I believe that was, but totally right over here. Vader trying to put in a little bit of work. We'll trade it all on through, and the entire server is dead. But totally will be the first to respawn alongside Nicky Boy, and they really got to beat him to the punch on this oddball. If BU Barracuda even get just a few seconds on it, they will take this first round. So this is truthfully do or die for the Dream Team. A kill comes on through, but oh no, Vader slips on through. It's 99, and he's been shut down by the heat wave as well. One measly point is all that the Barracudas needed, and they've been denied.
The grenades knocking the oddball slowly towards the mid area, just moving away from the Barracudas, allowed them to get that extra second that they got to kill. So that's why they haven't lost the game yet.
Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, all they need is 2 more points, unless the Barracudas can do something about it, and no, they can't. Oh, the twists and turns of this first round of Oddball. The Barracudas were so close to picking that one up, but no, the rug was literally pulled from underneath their feet at the last moment.
That was the closest we could get. Literally the closest we could get. Now, are we going to see anyone go for the sniper? We haven't really seen it utilized last match.
Yeah, we did. At the very least, we saw that S7 in the hands of multiple players, but shots weren't really being hit all too much. That's just the main issue. Yeah, you can obviously strip down somebody's armors instantaneously with it, but no crisp and clean headshots. Either way, crisp and clean kills, that is a little bit of a tongue twister sometimes. Coming on through from the Dream Team, Active Camo also online to be picked up by Patotally, and they've basically got every resource they could wish for on their side at the start of this round.
Oh, they're getting spotted out with the camo. The heat wave is gone. The camo is gone. Just a single player with a sniper. The shot doesn't hit. He's in a 1v2 situation. Gets taken out by Nicky Boy.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate for Patotally right over there, and the S7 will fall into the hands of Nicky Boy right over here. Still, one of the top fraggers, the top fragger that we have seen over the course of these 2 series tonight in the losers bracket final, and now not so much in the grand final, but obviously it's just the first map. Oh, goodness gracious, Nicky Boy, you didn't have to do him so dirty.
Third shot hits, even though the first 2 didn't. The last one came in handy. Now 4 more shots left. Is he gonna manage to kill him? He misses.
Oh.
Misses. But then it trades him out with a nice perfect kill with a BR 1v2 situation. Is Catcher gonna back off? Yes, he does. He's gonna wait for his teammate to respawn.
Oh.
And never mind, he gets chased down by Vader. Beautiful nade kill.
Yeah,
that being utilized really well once again.
Plenty of Hail Marys coming on left, right, and center. It does really seem to have been the downfall for the Barracudas. S7 doesn't really connect all too cleanly, but they don't necessarily need it to on the side of the Barracudas. What they really need is to tie up the score line right here and try to force out a 3rd round. Playing over towards window proves to have been extraordinarily tough for the Dream Team to deal with. They are being shut down left, right, and center. Nicky Boy, a crisp engagement for KC, and he's now got to deal with Vader as well. Shields just about to recharge, and the timing couldn't have been worse for Vader. The team shots come on through, and that is the Dream Team finally establishing some kind of presence and some kind of consistency right here.
Yeah, and it really seems like they're loving to play over on this window and big door area. They're not really going to the sniper tower like last round, is it? And it really favors them here. And really nice kill again from Patotally. Waiting over on the respawns of Nicky Boy and Vader now. They're going to get some time on the oddball. His teammate rejoins him, catches over on the window again. And hitting a few shots. They're backing down to bottom mid.
Yeah, they are. Vader. They managed to get away scot-free as Vader's going to be shut on down. Nicky Boy trying to salvage the scenario right over here, but he is being harassed left, right, and center. Can't land those crucial shots, and that's going to be Catchet, well, getting the kill as well. The sniper, it is going to be exchanged for the Mangler as well, so Patotally looking for their next victim, but oh, the perfectly timed grenade with the headshot just frames afterwards. Well, that's going to be one hell of a shutdown for Patotally.
Oh, that was an unlucky melee. Was 1 shot away from dying, but now Barracudas take over. The nade's going to do a bit of damage. Waiting over for Catcher to get up. Ooh. And it was a nice snipe from Nicky Boy. Now the sniper's finally being utilized. Is he going to get the second over from mid?
It could be. Just waiting for KG to reveal themselves. Millimeters away right there. Nicky Boy might have another go at this. Has to reload and now only has 4 more shots left in the mag. And at this certain stage, things are starting to get very heated up. Nicky Boy actually gets shut down, loses out on the S7, and Vader couldn't clean up the player that was one shot, or I think they did, but that's they needed both of those kills to ensure a little bit more success. They've lost out on the oddball as the active camo will be picked on up by Patotally. Tries to rotate the oddball back off the safety, but you know what's behind him? A boatload of nades.
Yeah, and a boatload of nades does so much damage, then it all takes is just 1 single BR shot. They've been utilizing them so well this game consistently. But, and the sniper kill comes out. Can he get the second? Is he going to strafe left and right? No, just a simple trade. But Catcher is above behind. Nicky Boy hasn't spotted him out. Now he does.
Ooh, I think Katja's shields may have been stripped, but Nicky Boy can't really challenge this engagement for the time being. Has to stick the reload on the heat wave, but oh goodness gracious, the timing really could not have been worse. But Katja's found themselves in a precarious situation. They will be traded on through, but totally does come on through the rescue, and now as the respawns come on through, guess what? You have a gap, you have a window to pursue. The oddball will be picked on up.
Yeah, that kill shouldn't have happened. There were two of them, they were surrounding him, but one person got greedy. They could have just kept on running, just lived, and the other person could have traded the kill. They would have been two alive, but instead they're both dead, and the oddball control goes to the other team. Now they're fighting in bottom mid, slowly heading towards window side, so it doesn't look like they're going to take the oddball to the sniper tower.
No.
The ball's going to remain in the same area of play. They're trading out over bottom mid right now. 2v1 situation, getting flanked over by Katja.
Oh.
And beautiful kill.
Yeah, Vader, well, he's going to be eating the dirt for the... Oh, yeah, and same thing can actually be said for Nicky Boy. I wasn't expecting that trade to come on through, and once again, it is totally the sole survivor within the server right over here, trying to rack up a few more extra points for the Dream Team as they really want to close off this first matchup without necessarily even going to a third round. This is uber competitive. This is the stuff that we love to see on Live Fire Oddball right over here, but... Dream Team dropping the oddball just for a hot second right here, looking to reconvene and strike fear into the hearts of the Barracudas. A good trade comes on through, but totally plenty of space to work with.
Yeah, I'm really loving the way that both teams are playing. Honestly, they're always coming out unpredictable. They're, you know, flanking the enemy. They're basically pinching them and always making it a favorable trade for themselves. Nading over inside of big doors. Spotted out. He's got the S7 sniper. Can he get the kill? Beautiful kill with the BR.
Yeah, there
Armor
it is.
Armor broken. The BR hits. Clean kill.
It really does hit different. It really does hit different, and as you stated, well, we might not even necessarily get to hit 100 points. The timer might actually just run out, but technically, it does remain paused while the oddball is being contested. So, we actually do have to hit 100 points at some stage. Nicky Boy still trying to work in a little bit of magic with that S7, but luckily enough for them, they've got the assistance of Vader, and he comes in right to take the oddball. Just 5 more points to go, and at this certain stage with MemeDreamTeam waiting for a response to come on through. Their hands are tied behind their backs. We are going to a third round of oddball.
And that's the third round of oddball we've seen for the first time today.
Yeah.
So one more round to go to see who's going to be the winner of the first map here. Is it going to be MemeDreamTeam or Barracuda? And straight away heading for mid, trying to get control of the sniper. Active camo up in 20 seconds. The Mangler is picked up. Barracuda is pushing up and dropping down to bottom mid. They're probably going to get control and rush over to the tower side. Nice kill from Katja coming in. It's a 2v1. They're closing in.
They are closing in the Mangler, looking for a victim over here, and the oddball is actually the active camo very close to being online, and I do believe it has been picked up right then and there by Nicky Boy, so he is going to slap that on his chest, but he is being harassed a little bit. Needler also active, and that could be a great tool of destruction that can be utilized by the offense, and let's see how this one works out. In from behind, Nicky Boy comes with a back smack, S7 as well to boot. Shield stripped, and a lovely double kill landed and secured by Nicky Boy.
And that's exactly what we want the sniper to be used for. Stop going for the headshots, stop going for the one-hit kills, just break the armor, get the body shot, and then just get the kill. And now more nades being thrown in, Hail Mary coming in. No kills though, just doing a bit of damage, but by the time they close in, they're going to be full health. Now they have no utility to try and throw them out. It's essentially just a gunfight.
It very much is. It boils down to basics at the end of the day. Use your BRs and basically just hit your shots, win your ones. But you can also smack him silly across the face, as Vader was able to do, but he won't win out the secondary engagement against Casey right there. The oddball, once again, back in the favor of MemeDreamTeam as they're looking to maybe just try to tie up the round, or at the very least the score line right over here as they're edging their way ever so closely to 23 points, about to surpass the Barracudas. But this is the glory about playing on live fire. You can reset the oddball when the kitchen gets a little bit too hot, and that is one of the downsides that we saw in the earlier rounds playing over towards window. I'm loving these adaptations, Jacob.
100% now, throwing the ball over, and then the teammate instantly going there to pick up the ball straight away, and then just dashing through. but totally didn't even have a chance to hit him more than twice. Like, he just literally ran right past him. Now they've got control of the oddball. That's a good 10 seconds they've added on at a minimum. But now MemeDreamTeam is slowly coming in. They've got the camo.
Yeah.
Beautiful shot by the S7.
Ooh.
Can they get the kill?
Gotcha. Very, very close. Luckily, totally does come to the rescue ever so slightly. And the oddball that is still at the top of the tower. Does that plasma stick? Oh. Yes, it does. Oh, goodness gracious. That was one hell of a sticky nade tossed out over as Casey does once again regain control of the oddball for the MemeDreamTeam. And these two squads, well, they are basically neck and neck. There's not much that can separate these two, and it only starts to make me think, how competitive is the rest of this series going to be? Could we go all 5 maps? Because this first one, it really is a cracker.
Yeah, 100%. We haven't seen Vader perform too well in the last matches. Nicky Boy is kind of the person there getting all the kills, but Vader's been really competitive here. He's, picking up the kills for his team, doing what needs to be done. Yeah. Sadly here, losing the 1v1.
Even though Vader, for example, like as you said, hasn't necessarily been fragging so much, he's got 2 impact kills, which really created a lot of Nicky, or at the very least, created a lot of space for Nicky Boy to really activate. But on top of that, look at how much time he has spent with the OBJ in his arms. Almost 3 whole minutes worth of time he has spent with that oddball literally clutched into his arms. Vader has been an insurmountable and, dare I say, irreplaceable part to the BU Barracuda success story right here.
Definitely, and he's not been slacking as well with helping pick up those kills as well. Nicky Boy wouldn't be able to get half of them without the help of Vader, and right here, Nicky gets traded out, and
Vader?
The ball is thrown out.
Oh, missed opportunity for Kacha, I do believe. They could have easily gotten a repulsor kill right there. Just send them spewing out towards the water.
Oh, the active camo is in and gets killed by the nade. Did he have time to use it, or is it dropped on the floor? I'm not really sure.
I'm not exactly sure if it was activated or if it's dropped on the floor, because if it's dropped on the floor, then the BU Barracudas, they could take that back.
I think it's gone.
Yeah, I do believe that it's gone straight off the face of the earth, or wherever this planet actually is. I think it might be Reach. I don't know why. I'm getting strong Reach vibes from this. I really don't know where this map is located in the canonical Halo universe.
Yeah, I'm not really sure either, but I'm just going to go with your gut, since I feel like
my gut is probably the worst thing to trust. Honestly, it is the worst possible thing you could trust.
Yeah, we could wait for Forge to come out, build a hot air balloon, and then find out by looking at the sky from up above.
That idea. I like that idea.
It's a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
And clean sweep from MemeDreamTeam. Barracudas down in the bin. 30 seconds needed to win the round and win first map of this best of 5 grand final.
Yeah, we were all tied up just a few seconds ago though, but the MemeDreamTeam, well, they are getting themselves so close to crossing that finish line. The BU Barracudas looking for something to work with, looking for scraps, an opportunity, somewhere to strike. This Casey is now playing Ring Around the Rosie with Vader and strikes him down, and that is the oddball regained by the MemeDreamTeam. And as the respawns start coming on through, well, Nicky Boy really has to hightail it over towards the green side of the building, but as you said, it probably might be it, and there's the melee kill confirming it. 3 more points to go, and Casey is able to keep their life in tow for as long as is necessary. The MemeDreamTeam take their first map. It has been quite the long starting map, but boy was it good.
Yeah, I mean, they take it. It was a really strong show of dominance. Round 1, they were over there in the sniper tower. They played really well. It was a really close match, but going into round 2, they didn't really touch that side of the map. They were all just focused around the big doors, windows area, holding it there, playing where the scoreboard was, sandbags, and kind of playing high ground, low ground, pinching each other. But the problem was that MemeDreamTeam didn't feel comfortable there. So heading into round 3, they went back to when they won the first round, over to the sniper tower, and they played really, really well. Even though it was a close match, the teams kept switching, dominance over the oddball. Yeah. It was kind of their home, so they knew where to play, they knew what to do, and they took
they couldn't have felt more comfortable. They felt quite literally at home over towards the sniper tower, and obviously if you do really just want like another factoid as to why that was the preferred side of the map, that second round of oddball, it was like 100 to 99 points. It came so desperately close, which is goes to show that even though they had to technically play their opponent's ball game, they were still able to do a really, really good job and narrowly clawed back in, or actually just close off the series very, very quickly after 2 rounds. Not the case though. The BU Barracudas, they put up one hell of a fight. Both Vader and Nicky Boy, they did play their little hearts out, but unfortunately enough, no cigar. They will certainly have to try their luck on Slayer Bazaar specifically, because otherwise, well, they could be potentially staring down the barrel of an easy 3-0. But either way, Bazaar Slayer, that is, it's just its own beast. It is an entirely different playstyle.
Yeah, Bazaar's one of my favorite maps because of how many things there are on the map. So you've got the rockets, you've got the bulldogs under them, down below inside of that tunnel, and then you also have the overshield that you can find on the other side of the rockets. So everything is nice and kind of close combat based. So getting those rockets will be very vital. Hopefully, we're not going to see what happened last time and rocket hitting someone point blank and not really killing anyone. It's happened before. Let's hope it doesn't happen this time, because getting the hold of those rockets will win you this game.
It is certainly like one of the winning tools that you have at your disposal. And now that I'm actually thinking about that particular direct impact rocket not exactly getting the kill, I do recall also seeing like a drop shield in front of it. Not exactly sure how it worked. We'll rewatch the VOD and nitpick exactly why that rocket kill didn't come on through. But now we must focus on Bazaar Slayer. We have an overshield to work with. We have a spanker to work with. And they spawn at the exact same time. So you can technically nab them as soon as humanly possible. You don't have to wait around like on live fire for one to spawn before the other.
Yeah, and straight away Barracuda comes in, Nicky Boy with the kill, and then Vader gets a rocket kill. So it's a dominant. It's getting the rocket and then utilizing that to, take advantage. And now they have all the power weapons. They've had the overshield. They've got the bulldog. They basically have everything they need. All they need to do is stay together. And as you can see, they're rotating in after being in a 1v1 situation. The teammate comes in using the grapple to get out of a sticky situation and back to a favorable scenario for them. Trading in for the kill. Can they hit it?
Close enough for Vader, and as you said, getting himself out of a sticky situation to get himself into a favorable position didn't exactly work out in the team fight for the Barracudas and the MemeDreamTeam. They will clap back with 2 kills of their own. Keep in mind, if you are joining us for the first time right here on the University Halo League channel, then, well, Slayer in a 2v2 scenario, you don't play up to 50 because that would be a little bit too long drawn out. We play up until 25 this time around. And the last time that we saw Slayer, it was on Aquarius during the losers bracket final, and it did technically end off rather one-sided. I feel as if this one's going to be a little bit more long drawn out.
Yeah, 100% now. I'm really kind of hoping Barracuda takes this game, but I just saw Vader throw a nade and it basically killed Nicky Boy. So this is Slayer. You can't kill your own teammates. You need to kill the opponents.
I feel like you should have probably thrown in a forehead after that. It just makes the most sense. Either way, Dynamo Grenades coming online right over here as well as the Brute Shot Grenades, and that's going to harass Nicky Boy so much, but it's a messy engagement that Patotally shouldn't have lost. Let's be completely honest. That was a botched engagement for MemeDreamTeam, but either way, they still maintain the lead. And Keiichi already getting that overshield under their belts, technically on their chests as the Dynamo Grenades have been picked up. And Nicky Boy is not going to be feeling too hot about that one.
Yeah, that's honestly a really good use of the dynamos. The previous ones that he had after picking up the new set of throwing the dynamos up into the bridge/tree area so he can secure the pickup of the overshield safely, then picking up another set and throwing it to where the opponents could be, and now a clean sweep from MemeDreamTeam. The overshield is essentially a third player in a 2v2. It gives you so much extra health, so much extra shield that it's impossible to win in a 1v1 scenario, so you're going to have 2 players there. You can't really be split when you're fighting someone with OS. And, the grappling hook usage is great, grappling up to try and finish off the kill.
Yeah. And
so I really want to listen to their comms. I think they're communicating really well.
That is something that I really do wish that we could have a team listen in. Hopefully, maybe in the future we can get one set up, because it would truly be mesmerizing to just watch and listen exactly how all 4 of these players are communicating within their respective squads. But either way, for the time being, MemeDreamTeam, they have technically hit double digits, and BU Barracudas are, well, slowly lacking behind. Bulldogs, well, it is alive, but no siree. Vader gets shut down, apparently, in what should have been an engagement in his favor.
Yeah, they've got a really, really good area covered right now with their lines of fire. They're throwing nades into where they could potentially be spawning and coming from, and a nice trade. Now it's back to a 1v1. Catcher does have rockets, though. I'm not sure how much ammo he has left, but 10 seconds till overshield.
Yeah.
And Vader's respawned. Protani and
Ooh.
Catcher are there together.
Yeah.
They're most likely going to get the overshield. That's a really... I was going to say
no.
really nice dynamo, but it bounces right back.
Oh, goodness
One bit of ammo
gracious.
left.
That could not have gone wrong, any more wrong for KC, to be completely honest with you. Botched dynamo grenades, stripping your own shields, losing out on the rockets and the OS. Jacob, this is detrimental. This is not what you wanted to see in the grand final of a 2v2 Halo series.
Yeah, even though they're still basically really far ahead, they could have been even more ahead. Like,
Yeah.
you need as much of an advantage as you can. All it takes is for you to die once, and then the enemy team just going off of your spawns and just taking you in a 2v1 situation.
Yeah.
Like here.
It's all gone spiraling downwards and southwards for the MemeDreamTeam ever since that one tiny weeny little botched dynamo grenade in the Barracudas. They are definitely doing their best to actually slot their way back into it, but they're about to hit double digits and the gap still remains at 5 kills. A messy engagement as Patotally is now being harassed from every which angle, but Vader, caught lacking by himself. Nicky Boy wasn't in the prime position to really put up a fight, or at the very least try to assist, and that is MemeDreamTeam getting themselves quite the freebie.
Yeah, not something you really want to see. You really want to stick together in these situations. I know I keep mentioning this, but it's a 2v2. You got to stick together. You got to utilize your teammate with the sheer number of weapons available. The Mangler, you can get the Commando, you can get the Bulldog and the Rockets. It's really difficult to win 1v1s on this map because one player will always have the advantage, and really nice trade here. Really nice.
Good stuff coming out. But totally, deals so much melee damage, but yikes, that was not the greatest. Either way, we do have to move onwards and upwards. The BU Barracudas, their gap has now finally been closed off to over towards 5 kills as Vader's trying to barge his way, kicking down the doors, and that's a clean sweep in their favor. The respawns coming on through for MemeDreamTeam means that they will miss out on OS, and this could really start to shift the tide.
Yeah, it seems like this is the second overshield that they missed because they surely just tried getting more aggressive. I think for next time they're just going to hold up a little bit. Right now they're just trading gunfire. Nicky Boy's in a bit of a pickle, running away. 1v1 situation. Vader picks up the kill. Rockets on Nicky. Can he get the kill?
Let's see, but he has to find a victim first, grappling himself up towards the West Market, and he's looking for victims. There's Katya. Dynamo grenade to boot as well, so their shields have been completely stripped, almost completely stripped. The BR sure to put in a little bit of extra work, and the Spanker, oh goodness gracious, a wasted rocket doesn't work in the favor of Nicky right over there, unfortunately enough, and it has been, well, it technically has fallen back into the hands of Patotally.
Yeah, and one thing to note as well is the game settings. It's set to 50, but we'll be ending the match when one of the teams hits 25 kills, so don't worry about the score at the bottom. And talking
It's
about
all
that,
good.
it was a sick kill. That was a really nice nade kill earlier there.
That was, oh, Nicky Boy really does have to scamper away, keep his life in tow with those brute shot grenades, but he needs a prime opportunity to re-engage, and MemeDreamTeam aren't presenting the Barracudas with one whatsoever. The gap currently sat at about 4 kills right now between the two squads. It could definitely prime the Barracudas with an opportunity to strike back. You see, they are playing so far back. They are playing this very conservatively, waiting for the Dream Team to quite literally walk into their territory, and that's what they've done. But the Barracudas, they've been wiped clean off the face of New Mombasa.
Yeah, and looking at the scoreboard as well, the Dream Team putting up similar number of kills, totally dying a little bit more than needed to, but Vader is slacking a little bit. We've seen this happen throughout the previous games where Nicky Boy just kind of took the lead in initiative, and Vader has been popping off the objective type mode. So looking into next match when you go to objective, that was a great kill.
That was a
We're
great
definitely going
play.
to see something else coming from him.
Yeah, hopefully Vader will be able to step things up as well, because sitting on 5 and 12, not exactly the ideal score line that you want to be showing off. OS, once again in the favor of KC over here, looking for a victim to find, but the Barracudas, they are not presenting themselves whatsoever. They are down over towards the Bulldog spawn by the looks of things right over here, and now they will finally strike versus the OS, and that's not gonna deal as much chip damage as you would like. Vader looking for an engagement, looking for a fight to pick, but it was ill-advised to begin with. He's shut down. Nicky Boy, well, has to keep their life in tow, because MemeDreamTeam just need one more kill.
One more kill, they have the rockets. Now the question is, can they find someone before someone finds them? All it takes is one kill, one left click of their mouse to just kill someone with the rocket. Unless it doesn't kill them at point blank, because, you know, it happens a lot of the time in Halo, but we don't talk about that.
No.
And, you know, they're going to stick together. Maybe we're going to see a double kill to end the game. Maybe we'll see them go to 26 and then we'll end the match. But they're sneaking into the tunnel here, slowly down below the rockets.
Ooh. I think Nicky Boy's trying to go for some kind of bait, and you can see Vader was
saw the
already...
rocket and he
Yeah.
ran away.
Okay, Nicky Boy able to keep the match alive for just a little bit longer, but
25.
nah, Potato Lee does eventually trade it on off over towards Nicky Boy, and the score of 25 has been hit, and that is the MemeDreamTeam securing their second map. It wasn't necessarily as close as Oddball on Live Fire. It was a little bit more one-sided, but 2 maps are 2 maps under your belt. They just need one more before they are the 2v2 champs.
Yeah, it wasn't as close as the previous game, correct, but I don't know, I just didn't see it from Barracudas. They were kind of disjointed. They weren't really playing as a team.
Yeah.
They were getting caught off guard all the time. 1v2 situations, which you do not want to have. I keep repeating it over and over today. You want to stick together with your teammate and just stick with your teammate. You can easily kill someone. If you spot someone, just shoot them together. They'll instantly die. But MemeDreamTeam, when we were spectating them, we saw a lot of pings on locations. I think their communication was great.
Yeah.
We would saw someone engage, and then someone would grapple up and instantly pre-fire the location of where the other teammate was firing. So their communication must be great, and that's definitely something that won them that Slayer game.
It very much has been on point from the MemeDreamTeam, and that isn't necessarily to discredit the overall plays that we have been seeing on the Barracudas, because at the very least, towards the tail end of that match of Slayer on Bazaar, I did actually see them taking a lot more risks. And unfortunately, not all of them paid off, but at the very least, the fact that they're willing to take those chances, willing to do almost anything as long as it gets them dub, it is something that I really, really do respect on the side of the Barracudas. But unfortunately, it hasn't really been panning out. Like that one engagement that we saw just in the trenches, where I believe it was actually Vader. He was stuck trying to actually clean up one of the players that was kind of tucked and weaving and bopping in between the pillars by the West Market doorways. They couldn't really secure the frags, and then the secondary player from MemeDreamTeam came on and basically assisted their teammate, got them out of a sticky situation. So it's not to say that, you know, the Barracudas have been doing a bad job. They're taking good risks. They just haven't been paying off. And if they want to keep the series alive, then truthfully, on recharge strongholds, then they need to take a couple more risks, but they really need those risks to work in their favor.
Yeah, now, Recharge is a really interesting map. I'm a big fan of Seaside, so holding that is... I personally, when I play, I always just camp there in a corner and just wait for someone to walk in and just,
fair enough.
you know, kill them. And
yeah,
what we saw from the first series, the Stronghold game was really interesting, because we would see one team kind of split up, kill someone, take advantage of the first 10 seconds of the game and kind of establish a lead. So we'll see. Will the team who wipes the other team in the first 10 seconds take that lead as well?
Maybe so. At the very least, Nicky Boy will technically take a lead in the power weapon department, as, well, they do have the energy sword on their side, but Potato Lee does have the active camo. Casey already shutting down that energy sword courtesy of a frag grenade spam. Oh no! Oh, goodness gracious. That was Potato Lee getting repulsored off the map with the energy sword as well. So the melee weapon won't be active for technically the start off of Strongholds on Recharge.
Hey, at least we don't have an energy sword on the map right now, but 2-cap lead right now from the MemeDreamTeam. Really nice crossfire coming up from the A site. It's looking to be a really competitive match. It's nothing we saw earlier. Nice, perfect kill right here. 2v1 situation currently. Potato Lee waiting to respawn. Great nade coming in.
superb stuff from the BU Barracudas, and I really think that it just goes to show, and it kind of speaks volumes in the sense that they might not necessarily be a team that just prefers to slay. From their performances, I can really see that they are an OBJ-centric duo. That is what their performances have at least shown me thus far. Slayer might not be their cup of tea, but I'm pretty sure that they can really make strongholds right here look interesting.
Yeah, 100%. I'm really loving the way they're playing right now. They've got the lead, and coming in 2v1, they're going to secure the other point, and it's going to leave the other person just trying to go flank, get that last point secured. But it looks like Vader's trying to, and he gets naded.
Yeah, and that's not only is that heartbreaking because you were just technically like just seconds away from actually securing the cap, but because of the fact that you didn't convert it properly, that cap has been reset. So that progress over towards the B site completely and totally lost for the BU Barracudas. So they'll once again have to sort of regroup and try their hand at one of the other bombs, one of the other sites in general. Potato Lee finally back up and alive, up and running right over here, and we do have the BU Barracudas rotating off over towards A, but yeah, that does leave A, C exposed. Excuse me.
Yeah, coming in from C-Pipes over here. It's got the active camo, but it didn't go to his way. He got the first shot off, but he missed. And beautiful trade here from Potato Lee. Going in to cap the B site right now for Vader.
Ooh.
Beautiful pre-fire right there.
Yeah,
he's easily going to get the cap. I don't think there's any nades on MemeDream's side. They're coming in a bit too late, but the 8 points being capped. 2v1 situation. Should be an easy kill.
It should be an easy kill, but Potato Lee does come to the rescue at just the right moment with the shock rifle right over here and gets a nice little headshot onto Vader, which was the last player standing in that engagement, immediately over towards B, looking to secure that conversion as the BU Barracudas, well, Nicky Boy and Vader, oh my, what a shot from Potato Lee right there. Has a second player to worry about, but that's what we have Casey for. A well-placed Hail Mary is going to ensure that MemeDream, well, they basically keep this triple cap alive.
100%. They've been playing exceptionally well. They're dominating extremely on the triple cap right now. B just goes down, but it's not going to be long until they take that back. They're currently pinching down, coming in from both sides. Beautiful hit with the shock rifle. The arm is going to be down. All it takes is one hit from the BR. 2v1 situation again.
Ooh.
Beautiful trade.
Nicky Boy, yeah, they get this one. The BU Barracudas, they do finally have a sign of life to work with, and Nicky Boy has to hightail it over towards A directly as the respawns are coming on through, and that obviously does beg the question, what's Vader going to be up to this time around? If he chooses to isolate himself over towards B and try to hold down the fort, he does leave himself exposed to a nasty 2v1, and he's going to be able to, at the very least, take one to the grave alongside with him, the second as well. Huge stuff coming out from Vader. That's the play that we needed to see from them this evening.
Yeah, 100%. That double kill alone got them to go back into a triple cap. They can stay in the game now. Oh, don't forget to cap. Yeah. Rotating around. A is being taken back by the MemeDream team. They're split up right now.
They
B
are
sides
split
being
up.
taken as well.
Okay, this is a ballsy move that I like to see from the MemeDream team. They really want to reestablish their dominance literally as soon as humanly possible. But yeah, not exactly the cleanest of engagements from DV Barracudas. Oh, the energy sword. Oh, I thought it could have been able to get that double kill, but too much damage sustained by Nicky Boy. And that energy sword will be dropped.
Oh, the pre-aim. Is he going to get the kill?
I think so. Vader's already read into it.
All it takes is one shot and then the... Two misses. Is the third one going to be the one? Capping B side? It's probably going to get barraged with nades like they always do.
Yeah, I'd be surprised, but actually the nades didn't actually come on through from the MemeDream team and the BU Barracudas. They get themselves two strongholds to hold on to right over here. MemeDream team stuck trying to surpass 153 as the energy sword, well, it's playing cat and mouse, but unfortunately enough, Jerry will be eaten up alive by Tom. Vader comes on through, recovers that energy sword. It's nearly been exhausted. I think about like 20%, so maybe about 2 kills worth of charges left in on it. C also looking to be converted as the MemeDream team. They do need some kind of answer. They are on the back foot in the Barracudas, looking to try to tie this up.
Yeah, 100%. And now the nice trade comes in. It's a 1v1 situation right now. A triple cap going to be potentially coming in for Barracuda, but that nade took them off of the C side. But It looks like he cannot commit to there, so they're going to go rotate around, potentially take A, or are they going to use the energy sword and the camera to go back in, try and get the kills on Nicky Boy?
I think that is the play right over here. It's only got charge left for basically one more kill, struggling with the mantle. It happens to the best of us, don't worry, Potato Lee. But at the very least, A has been converted on through. Casey has been traded off, though, by Vader, and now this could be a power play from Potato Lee. A looking to be converted as well, and he was a sitting duck. Nothing much Vader could have done about that one, but the energy sword will be shut down once again by Nicky Boy. A to be recapped by the Barracudas.
Yeah, just concentrates coming in, and Barracudas are really just crawling their way back into the game. Only 20 points difference right now. Really nice team play coming in, getting into the 2v1 situations where they can just cleanly kill someone. Triple cap potentially coming in if they can throw the nades onto B.
Nah, no nades to actually be found.
Shot.
Yeah, his shields were stripped. That is a little bit unfortunate not to be able to bag yourself that kill, but you can see that Nicky Boy is not willing to technically take their foot off the gas pedal right over here. Nicky Boy caught in a nasty engagement, will somehow win it on out. Potato Lee, I do believe, has also been shut down in the 2v1 as KZ is left all on their lonesome, trying to recap A, but still, that's only 1 point that MemeDreamTeam have to work with. BU Barracuda still have majority, and you know what, Jacob? They've caught up. They're about to surpass the MemeDreamTeam scoreline.
Yeah, right now the Dream Team is split up, using the grapple to close distance.
Ooh,
beautiful kill on Nicky Boy, 2v1 right now. Can they use this to their advantage to try and get a cap back? They're slowly losing points. B is being taken over. Vader, what is he going to do? Is he going to look to try and defend, or is he going to try and cap? He's capping A, waiting for the respawns of Nicky. Nicky respawns at the turbine, kills Potato Lee over on B.
Shock rifle reload has to be stuck over here by Nicky Boy. His shields are completely stripped as Vader already rotating off towards C. MemeDreamTeam, no room to breathe, no room to work with. I thought for a second that Vader was playing SWAT right over there. Beautiful headshot stuck with the Mangler. Nicky Boy being harassed, forced over back towards the service tunnel side as Vader has relocated himself, looking to challenge a 1v1. He's going to try his luck as the active camo has been picked up. Controller swivel does take a hot second, but Nicky Boy still makes it work. Shock rifle, active camo, triple cap. What more could you want?
This is Barracuda. Oh, what a beautiful kill from Nicky Boy. Honestly, both players from Barracuda are popping off right now and doing what needs to be done. 30 points away from capping the victory. The triple cap gives them so many points. Right now, they're pinching catcher from both sides. They might lose C cap, but they still have the other 2 points.
Yeah, they
beautiful
still do.
With the shock rifle so close to the head.
Yeah, nearly a perfect kill. Keep in mind that a shock rifle, it technically is a burst like the BR, and if you hit it all 3 of those bursts, then you get a nice little perfect kill, one-shot headshot. Nicky Boy actually does convert C as well as they hit 235. Beautiful engagement, 1 as well. The energy sword online and can be picked up. Vader picking up the disruptor pistol, unfortunately will lead his to demise as well. B in hot pursuit as well, looking to be converted, but MemeDreamTeam, they really need to shut this down. They get some contention as Barracudas hit very, very close to the ceiling of 249 points. 1 more is all they need. Nicky Boy sticks it. MemeDreamTeam has been wiped. 2 conversions coming on through, and I think this is it, Jacob. We have the Barracudas with a 247 point comeback, taking it near flawlessly.
Yeah, that was a really, really good display of skill from Vader especially. He's had so many good kills. That double kill that he had, everything that he did this game was vital to their victory. And Nicky Boy, with the help of Vader, it was just such a clean game from them. At the beginning it was a bit shaky, but towards the end of the match they kind of found their flow and just started popping up.
It really just goes to show that Vader, he just needed a couple of extra maps to warm up, and now he is in his element. He is in the zone. He was delivering not necessarily just multi-kills, but overall impact frags. And obviously that 1 play over towards the center of the map by the active camo spawn that he was able to secure a double kill with the repulsor as well to strip down their shields. Keep in mind, if you are new to Halo Infinite and you don't know what the repulsor is, it is just a funny little thing that you strap onto your wrist, and it basically just shoots people in the other direction. And if you shoot somebody into a wall, if they are close enough and if they travel with enough velocity, their shields will be stripped. That play coming out from Vader, one for the highlights, truly.
Yeah, it was really nice. Like, I was looking there when he switched to the POV, just falling down. Like, he has the energy sword and he's going down. I hate getting repulsed off the map. I really hate it. It's like one of the worst things to happen. It's like worse than getting teabagged.
Yeah, no, it is worse. It is just like the definition of getting nay-nayed in Halo Infinite. It is soul gushing when it happens to you.
Yeah, right now, the next map we're going to have is Streets Audible. Now, the MemeDreamTeam, they said that they hate playing Audible on Streets, and that's what's coming up.
Yep, that is.
Are we going to go into a 2-2 tie in this best of 5 and then leave it all to a 5th map to see who becomes a champion?
It could very much well happen. This is technically, as you said, the Achilles heel for, well, it is technically the Achilles heel for that particular squad, so it could technically go either way, or it could just be a very, very clean sweep. Either way, though, this series, it is long from over. The current scoreline, it is sat at 2-1 as the BU Barracudas have been able to get themselves one map under their belts. So obviously, their chances are still ripe and hot in this series to potentially push it all the way to Aquarius Slayer. But you know me, Jacob, I don't like Aquarius. I'm not a fan of Slayer either. I would rather see this series ended off here, but I don't want the BU Barracudas to go down without a fight either.
Yeah, and objective being Vader's specialty, now that he's warmed up, he's been popping off the last match. What are we going to see him do now? He's where he shines right now. They're going to go into objective, they're going to go into Audible. Last time we've seen him on Audible, he's pretty much had all of the objective time and not too many kills, but now if we combine the two, he's going to do really good. And one big thing on Streets is the PD. So the PD on the map is it's a really common place to go hold the Audible. So if anyone's new to Halo, it's near one of the spawns. You basically run to the corner of the map and there's like a little building there with 2 entrances. Yeah, well, 3 technically, but 1 from one side and then 2 from the other. Yeah, and there's some really nice spots to hide in there. There's not really an opportunity to throw the ball off of the map on there, but yeah,
that part of the map, it is technically tucked directly behind the A stronghold, if I'm not mistaken. Not exactly sure what's. Yeah, okay.
I think we might have a reset.
I think we're having a restart. Something happened over there. Vader, they were tossing nades as if they were playing hot potato. Not exactly the start that I was expecting to that potentially last map. But okay, we're gonna quickly get the lobby reset so we can really get this what could potentially be the last map underway.
Yep. Honestly, I don't know if I want Barracudas to win. I kind of like the MemeDreamTeam, you know?
I like them too. I just don't want to go to Aquarius Slayer. That's the only thing that I want to do.
True, okay. But honestly, also as well, Barracudas coming in from the losers bracket, that's kind of also got its own side of things. So they're going to come back in, climb their way to the top and win the grand final. Or MemeDreamTeam, who hasn't lost the map yet. But
well, they have technically lost their one map, but they haven't they haven't lost a series whatsoever.
Exactly, they haven't lost a series and a map in their previous games, but as we just saw now, the Barracudas took a map off of them, so their hot streak has basically died down. So I'm not sure how that's affected them mentally. You know, do they not want to carry on dropping more maps? But then again, you know, it's a small tournament, but for those players, it's a pretty big thing to win this.
It is very much a big thing. Not that I've ever technically played within a pro scenario, but I can only start to imagine how much it technically must mean to all of the players participating just to be the best. The bragging rights, exactly.
100%, yeah.
That's what it's all about. You need somebody's fragile eagle to stomp at the end of the day.
100%. If I would win a tournament, it would go straight in my Twitter bio. 100%. Even if I got second place, I'd be like second place on the Twitter bio. Or actually, I wouldn't put second place.
No, you don't. You never put second. You never shoot. You never shoot down that low.
It's like you've got a team that like finishes like 7th, and they're like top 7 in this tournament. Because you know, you know when someone says top 7, you know they're 7th. They're not gonna say anything. They're not gonna do top 10. Top 7.
Top 7. It's such a weird thing. Like just the top of any odd number. I'm not exactly sure if you also process it mentally that way. Top of an even number, so like top 8, whatever. That just makes sense. Top 7,
top 2,
top 9.
Yep. Or top 2. Top 2 is another one of those. Like, okay, so you're basically saying you're second.
You're second, and you lost out on the grand final, which you probably could have won. Unfortunate.
Yeah, but that's going to stay with you forever. So whoever's playing in this match right now, you do not want to lose.
Nope.
Because you will have to live with it.
No siree, and that is not something you want to take to the grave either. Just leave that out of the bio. But you definitely should put it. Have you actually been to Epic Land? Because I truthfully don't know this about you. Have you ever attended an
I've never been to Epic Land. I was going to be at Epic Land once in 2017.
Okay.
I was speaking with Gumster, and I was going to volunteer at the production, and he added me to the production chat and said, hey, this is the production chat where everyone from production is. And I saw no one in the chat, and it was just me. And I said, where is everyone else? And they're like, it's just you right now. And I'm like, but I have no idea what I'm doing. So I went to my exam dates because I had exams that week.
Sure.
And I elemented them over the Epic Land dates. And I sent it back to Gumster. I'm like, hey, I cannot attend the event because I have exams on those days. And he says to me, but those dates are on the weekend. So what do you mean you can't do it? I'm like, oh, I guess they scheduled the exams over the weekend. So I never really attended because I was scared to run the full production by myself because I had no experience at the time. But now it's a funny story that I want to kind of talk with him in person. So maybe one day I'll be there.
Maybe one day you'll be there because truthfully, the one thing that it really is like Twitter bio worthy is to go to Epic Land. You go to Epic Land, right? And you win the pub quiz. You include that in your Twitter bio.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, you won the last pub quiz, right?
Technically, I had to also I had to do an impromptu cast as the pub quiz was going on, so I don't exactly get the rights to put that in my Twitter bio, sadly.
Unlucky. That's something that we all wish we could have.
Yeah. Exactly, and
fair,
I'm just the one person from the esports family that couldn't make it.
I did place last on the Flashpoint 2 pub quiz.
Now that's Twitter bio material.
Yes.
No cap whatsoever. That is Twitter bio material.
And I lost to Monte Cristo's team, and I accidentally marked their paper wrong, and they were like, "Who marked this?" And I kind of did. But yeah, coming back into the game, 16-point lead right now from MemeDreamTeam, but the ball is picked up by Nicky Boy. It doesn't seem like they're playing on the PD side of things over here on the C side of the map. And MemeDreamTeam is closing in. They're going in as a 2. If they get a good nade in, which I assume they're going to throw, they could get some nice collateral damage.
They really, really could, and the nades are starting to come on through. Nicky Boy, unfortunately, all on their lonesome, but the Bulldog, does remain active, but they've been spotted on out. It does seem as if Casey is looking to try to secure that frag, or not just completely ignored and instead go for the oddball. If our opening map of the series is anything to go by, then I'm pretty sure we're going to see all 3 rounds of oddball, Jacob, because that was cracked what we saw earlier on Live Fire.
It definitely was, and that melee just sends him flying. Can he get the second of the Bulldog? And he does. Nicky Boy, 4-2 right now, doing majority of the fragging, 2 wipes of the enemy team, and getting the points on the scoreboard. Vader just kind of needs to get back in the groove again. Maybe Streets isn't that map, and from what MemeDream said as well, that they hate oddball on the Streets. Maybe that is something as well.
Could be something as well. Vader, I do believe, was able to secure 1 frag before being traded on off. Nicky Boy getting as many points under their belt as humanly possible, and also a couple extra frags with the Bulldog. Very well done from them. Nicky Boy and Vader still hold on to that oddball for the time being as they are getting so close over towards that halfway mark. 50 points. There's no way that there was no way that Patotally should have won that whatsoever. That was Vader's fight to win.
Yeah, there's no way they should have won it, but they did, and now Barracuda's going to have to pay the price. Rockets in the hand of Patotally, and also the oddball is in their vicinity. They're pushing up over the C stairs.
Oh, they're stacked
up. Get a double kill, and this is the first double kill we see with the Rockets. Beautiful lineup, and not so lucky lineup from Barracuda's team, but that single double kill alone, a good 10 seconds added to the scoreboard, and they're going to go ahead and be at least even with them, if not take the lead.
I think they are definitely going to try to take the lead over here. The BU Barracudas, they are still trying to make up a little bit of ground. And I do believe that, yeah, that was Casey also dropping the ball, looking to try to take up an engagement. Potential. Nah, okay. I do think that MemeDreamTeam seems as if they try to concede the oddball, but gave the Barracudas a false sense of hope, luring them into a trap as well. Nicky Boy still all on his lonesome, maintaining overwatch of the balcony, but Patotally does get away scot-free with the oddball once again.
That was a really big mistake from Nicky Boy, and we see the jump movement happening that he's done multiple times before, but when he was jumping off the ledge, he dropped the ball, wanting it to go down with him, but it accidentally clipped the wall and stayed up there, which means that MemeDreamTeam still had control of the ball, and now utter dominance from them. They've got the rockets again. Catcher is up there, providing fire from top
Oh.
ground, and that rocket shot, inexcusable. What are you doing?
Inexcusable stuff, but at the very least the second one does land its mark. But totally went down in a blaze of glory. Nicky Boy looking to once again try to apply some pressure over towards Casey right over here. Low on HP, stalker rifle pulled out. That's a sniper, not a tool for CQB engagements. And sadly enough, Casey will have to once again stare at the respawn screen, but just for a little bit longer. Vader, crucial engagement, and you know the nerves are starting to get to him. Bulldog from that range, utterly disrespectful, as totally ensures that Vader will be dining on some fine dirt this evening. MemeDreamTeam very, very close to, well, getting themselves up to 70.
Yeah, it was back to a 1v1, and we saw Nicky Boy heading over from mid, going to tires to be with his teammate and reunite so they can engage 2v1, but sadly, they just lost the plot. They're both dead. They went to regroup, they went into a favorable 2v1 situation, but they somehow lost it. They just didn't do well enough. Now, back to a 2v2. MemeDreamTeam has hold of the oddball.
They have everything. They have everything going in their favor. They're not necessarily. They're just simply doing perfectly in the sling department. I mean, they've already racked up nearly 20 kills, matching that up against the 10 that the BU Barracudas have been able to put up. It is just such a crying shame to see how far down Vader is dragging this duo stack, because, well, he's 2-12 for the time being. That is not the kind of performance you want to be seeing in what could potentially be your last map in the 2v2 tourney. But Nicky Boy, well, at the very least has been able to put that BR to good use, has control of the spanker as well. The first rocket hits its mark, not necessarily a double secured, but they have to stabilize somehow.
That was a really, really good decision that was made by Nicky Boy, going for the rocket instead of... Oh, and he dies there with the nade. There's still one bullet, I believe, in the rocket, so they're going to pick them up. Yes, they do. But yeah, as I was talking, it was a really good decision making from Nicky Boy. Instead of going for the oddball, went for the rockets, got the kill, and then retreated back ways of a teammate. But unlucky timing as Catcher managed to get the kill and the nade kill, which wiped out the Barracuda. So now they have control of the rockets. Sadly, not getting the kill.
No,
beautiful
not
trade,
just yet.
And a beautiful double kill from Patotally.
Yeah, there it is. Obviously, really great target prioritization to, hey, first of all, help out your teammate right there, ensure that they can continue racking up oddball points, and then quickly snapping to the second player that you knew for a fact was already lit up because they practically ate a rocket just a few meters away from them. And now, well, the Barracudas, they are staring down the barrel of defeat and going out 3-1 in the grand finals. MemeDreamTeam, they are not necessarily just on the right path to success, but they are on the highway to success. Looking to try to get this one done as soon as humanly possible, but surprisingly enough, a good start coming out from BU Barracudas, and actually, I'm sugarcoating it. This is a great start for them.
There's still one more shot on the rocket. Is it going to be utilized, or is it going to die? This is what happened last time. They died, and then afterwards the rocket was used against them. At least, you know, die with the rockets. Don't let the enemy take it. But nice kill from Catcher. Nicky Boy is dead. The rockets are on the floor and taken by Vader. Not getting the kill, but nice trade. And now the ball goes over to Patotally. Nicky Boy's respawning, going to head over here, or is he going to wait for his teammate to respawn?
Oh, you gotta keep your head tucked in when you've got stalker rifle rounds literally whizzing past your cranium right there. Let's see how Nicky Boy's gonna reposition. No kill just to be found yet with the stalker rifle, and then they're gonna start aggressing that oddball as soon as possible. Good. One frag comes out from Nicky Boy. Still has a second to deal with. That's totally in close proximity of the oddball, and they've got a bulldog as well. This could go south, and it does for Patotally. BU Barracudas once again reestablishing control.
Yeah, with how much of a great start the BU Barracudas had and are currently having, it doesn't really look like they're that far ahead. It's all very close and tight knit right now. So, MemeDreamTeam coming in, potentially a trade with an aid. No, it's a 2v1 situation. It'd probably be wise to wait for the teammate to respawn and then go in. But obviously that's going to eat up time. 30 seconds on the clock and counting. 30-second advantage. Vader's on the oddball, racking that objective time. They're really even on the scoreboard. They're pretty much identical. Nice nade coming in. The spanker is taken by Catcher.
Okay, that's some...
The
Oh, there
kill.
it is. Oh, even though Vader was already one shot with his shield stripped, you just love to see it pop up in the kill feed right over there. That was KC getting themselves a great 2K with the spanker, basically milking it out for maximum value as the MemeDreamTeam are looking to stabilize in this round of oddball right over here. Oh no!
Honestly,
that
he technically got a kill with the spanker, rather than it hitting nothing, even though maybe on himself.
And literally, as you said earlier, if you don't want the spanker or what could be the last rocket in that rocket launcher to fall into enemy heads, just shoot yourself, blow yourself up.
Exactly, 100%. Better to just use it on yourself than let the enemy have it. But with this, the oddball is going over to Barracuda's side. Nice melee. One more shot away from dying. Nice grenade kill.
Oh, and there's the double coming out from Vader as well. I'm not exactly sure what it is with this man, but he has basically turned over a new leaf multiple times, and now he's top fragging within the server in this second round of oddball. 7 to his name, as MemeDreamTeam are basically stuck trying to surpass 5 frags. Bulldog activated by Nicky Boy, but Vader is nowhere near close enough to actually support KC. Once again, looking to put a little bit more of extra pressure on towards that oddball as Vader's trying to rotate it off. It is a bit of a sticky engagement, and Vader's got so much nade dodging to do. His shields have been stripped, but somehow he keeps the fight interesting, and he keeps the oddball alive.
I think Vader just put his gloves on, and now he's ready to roll. But as I say that, he is traded out, and Nicky Boy manages to pick up the person who killed him, getting the oddball. 10 seconds left until they win.
Yeah, 10 more seconds, and MemeDreamTeam, even with the respawns, they need a miracle to be able to pull this one off. Nicky Boy still holding on to it for dear life. Will lose their life, but after they confirm the W on Oddball Streets, and that does mean we're going all the way to a third and final round of Oddball. This is the decider. Do the BU Barracudas keep it alive, or does the MemeDreamTeam take this 2v2 UHL tourney all to themselves?
Honestly, I think they're going to take it 3-1.
Okay. I wanna remain cautiously optimistic, yet I'm a fan of the Cinderella story. I'm gonna say Vader goes on a heater. Vader's not on a heater. Never mind. I'm gonna eat my
Vader's
words.
He gets the first kill, but he's not on a heater. But Nicky Boy, as always, comes to trade it out. And the MemeDreamTeam really loves their bulldogs. They keep going to this side of the map, but they're barking too loudly, and Barracuda's coming in to kill them. Barracuda's had really good control of the rockets throughout this entire game.
Yeah.
And here they have it. Nicky Boy's on the rockets, 1 kill, and they wiped them out.
It really isn't entirely, like, it's just a different contrast to what we saw in that first round of Oddball, because the BU Barracudas, they were really struggling with maintaining control of that spanker, and they did also fall victim to a double kill here and there, but that is long in the rear view mirror for the time being, and they have, as I said, turned over a new leaf and might even potentially be properly in their element, but sadly enough, no, that's Casey shutting down the plays. Spanker secured as well. MemeDreamTeam now looking to establish control.
Yeah, as we've mentioned before, this map, there's not really an opportunity to throw the oddball off of the map, so if you're the last person alive, you just got to try and weave and jump as much as you can to try and get as much time, and the last kill from the last rocket ammo gets on Nicky Boy Vader in a 1v2 situation. The shields are down, the health is low, but 2v1 is really hard to win, and there he dies.
Yeah.
Wait, was that a team kill? No, never mind.
No, that was not a team
Don't worry
kill.
about
Definitely not a team kill.
Do not worry about that. I saw something
We
in
do
my
a
head.
little bit of trolling on cast.
We do a bit of trolling.
Yeah, just a slight bit of tomfoolery. Good drop shield usage as well by the MemeDreamTeam to, at the very least, stave off those nades for a little bit longer, but it had to be dropped. Spanker secured, and it does find a hit marker, but no kills to be found in the feed just
Beautiful
yet. This
kill.
could be Casey getting themselves a double.
Oh, in the second.
Oh, there it is. I think that was a... Not exactly sure how they got the kill if they actually had an angle, but
I think that was
suicide
them
by Vader.
Okay, so I think what Vader did is he was trying to run away, and he threw a nade to try and bounce back, but the nade bounced in a really weird way, and then he just kind of blew up. That's why it showed that Vader got the kill. Oh, sorry, that Catcher got the kill.
Definitely could have been the play right over there. Either way, BU Barracuda still, well, even though the scoreline is completely tied up, it's still a little bit too early to tell in this particular third round of Oddball. Nicky Boy and Vader applying a lot of pressure over towards Casey right over here. They are really feeling the heat, and they can't exactly get out of the kitchen. No, they'll be evaporated into the air instead by that Sentinel beam. It's not a weapon you see all too often, and it's one that can be a little bit hard to control with the controller, but with MNK, it hits differently.
Yeah, mouse and keyboard is really nice, and Vader is on mouse and keyboard. Obviously, he's on that weapon, but he gets killed by Catcher. Catcher has the oddball right now, and we've seen this happen earlier when we were playing oddball.
Yeah.
The first round, MemeDreamTeam wins, then Barracuda comes, take it back, and then MemeDreamTeam then goes to a completely different site, or kind of goes back to where they won. And the first round was on over in the C area, up in the C balcony. That's where they felt the most comfortable, and the oddball is back there in the possession of MemeDreamTeam. Can we see them repeat history and take a clean sweep again?
Maybe. Either way, BU Barracudas, they need to get a move on. Nicky Boy and Vader don't want to let this one slip whatsoever. They do shut down Casey, but that Spanker, just a little bit premature coming out from Potato Lee, and that's going to be a costly mistake. Now with the Spanker online, it will be secured by Vader, who is once again looking to turn things up over here. A potential double kill to work with the moment that MemeDreamTeam do start to buddy up together, and that might just be the case. I'm just waiting for this one to happen, Jacob.
The grenades.
And now, Nicky Boy is really starting to get harassed left, right, and center. Dare I say cyberbullied, but even the Spanker, it can't be utilized. No, Vader didn't even get the chance to pull the trigger on it. A wasted opportunity for the BU Barracudas.
Yeah, we've seen it through and through. The MemeDreamTeam prefers the Bulldog over the rockets, and clearly it works out. They could have used those rockets there to at least, you know, suicide with them so the enemy doesn't get it, but now MemeDreamTeam is in full control. 30 seconds until they win the grand final of the University Halo Spring League, and it's getting closer and closer. 20 seconds now, they've got control. The enemy team's respawning, trying to get a few shots, but by the time they come in, they're going to be basically there and ready to win.
Yeah, at the very least, the oddball has technically been dropped, but that is already Vader losing out on his life, and Casey with the Bulldog will shut down Nicky Boy at this certain stage. They've got all the space they need. Those 10-second respawns, God, it just sucks to fall victim to that. And at this certain stage, well, it's all but confirmed, ladies and gentlemen. The MemeDreamTeam, Potato Lee and Casey, they have done it. 3-1 is your final scoreline, and I'm a little bit thankful that we don't get to see Aquarius Slayer, because this was the high note to end it off on.
Yeah, and congratulations to the MemeDreamTeam for winning the University Halo Spring League. But Totally and Catcher, they're the champions. Like, they've won. They get the bragging rights. They get to put it on their Twitter bio. So I'm going to go on their Twitter after this game, and if their bio is not updated, I am going to block them.
You're going to block them? I thought you were going to do something to the gnome in the background.
The gnome has already suffered enough. But I think the Observer's done a really good job this game, so I don't think the gnome's going to suffer more. The gnome's already suffered his...
Yeah. I can see. He's got a little bit of a long face as well, coupled together with his very long thong. Yeah, he's had quite the evening, as have we. For all of you guys watching at home, well, you might not be able to actually get to see this kind of stuff again because, well, truthfully, Jacob, even though you don't appear on camera all that often, it has been nothing but an absolute pleasure to share this evening of 2v2 Halo with you. I'm so glad I was able to convince... Actually, no, you convinced yourself to do this, let's be fair.
Yep. Honestly, nothing better to do. Why not cast some Halo?
Yeah. And it has been an absolute blast to have you alongside us. Obviously, once again, we'd like to congratulate, well, the players on the side of the MemeDreamTeam, Potato Lee and Casey. They've earned it. 3-1, the final score lines. We'll probably see it in their Twitter bios, as it should be either way. Rightfully earned, rightfully deserved. They played out of their minds, and especially, well, there is no other way to slice and dice it. They were simply the better duo.
100%. They played so well throughout the time. They haven't dropped a single map apart from that one map they lost to BU Barracudas. So that's 9-1 score. It's a really good performance. Yeah, like they were so close to going to the full 5 maps. They did really well, especially in their tournament, and they're playing there for the first time. Like they haven't played before. They don't know each other. they just kind of met and they were like, oh, we can't really find a duo, let's make a team, the Meme Dream Team, and the dream has been achieved. They won the grand finals of the spring league here, and hopefully they enter the next event, whether it's a 4v4 as well, maybe, you know. Yeah, that's the thing. And
whatever it is, I want to see more Halo from them. I just want to see more Halo from them. Probably by now they will, or at the very least over the next couple of days, I do expect the Meme Dream Team to achieve meme status. I'll let that up to Twitch to technically you know, decide all of that, but that does technically wrap things up. This has once again been the first UHL live stream that we've been able to host on our Twitch. So if you did enjoy what you saw, make sure to go ahead and actually drop a follow down below. And if you want to show some love to myself and Jacob, you can go ahead and find us as well on Twitter at TutorCast, as well as at Troix with 3 O's, an I, and an X at the very end. And be sure to stick around and stay tuned. And if you haven't already, join the Discord server if you really want to participate in some University Halo yourself, because it's open to basically everybody. Come on, try your luck, try your hand, see what happens, have a good time with it. But we are going to have to wrap things up. This does conclude the show for the evening. It has been an absolute pleasure to share the virtual caster desk with you, Jacob, this evening. Big thank you to everyone working production in the back ends. I know you guys have literally killed your backs out trying to put on the show for us, and it has been nothing but picobello for us. And thanks again to you, the viewer, for tuning on in. And we will catch you guys, well, on the next time. Just make sure to stay tuned, and we'll see you guys very soon.